he's been over at the plate right now. We are just 20 minutes away until first pitch, patiently waiting. Arkansas versus Texas. Remember, the Razorbacks didn't play in the regular season, but they have won the last 5 games against the Longhorns. And one of the reasons why the Longhorns are the 2 seed this season here in Hoover, phenom arms and a phenom coach to lead them that way. Also, softball has delivered. Some of the regionals, super regionals play coming up throughout the playoffs has been great. Just wait until you see what's going on today. We got highlights next.
Oh, what? Nothing's on here? All right, everybody. Welcome into the Razorback Recon with Sarge. You got YT with us.
That is making all kinds of racket.
Here today. Why? I don't hear it. And it's muted.
Now it is.
Oh, I turned the sound down on that. When it should have been not coming through because it should have been muted anyway. All right. Anyway, back to it. And I lost my train of thought because I'm not starting the right way. Games obviously was delayed due to some rain there. A lot of rain there in Hoover. So we're going to get you the first pitch. I wasn't going to start until a little bit later, but I know I seen that they were talking to the guys and stuff, so figured you guys might want to see that. But we'll get everybody in here. I have to laugh, and I might make somebody mad by saying this, but I got to laugh. When I posted in here that the game was going to start later, and I got 10 posts after that asking about the game or what's going on or why is it delayed, this, that, and other. Do we not read the posts that are in there? I'm just saying. Just asking. But this is going to be a tough game, everybody. So buckle in because this is not going to be one of them exciting beat-em-up games. We've got 2 good pitchers probably going tonight, and it's going to be a grind-em-out kind of game. Hopefully we can work some magic and pull this off. But anyway, hope everybody's having a great afternoon. And go back to here. And as you see, we'll have 16 minutes or so before the first pitch. And the softball girls got delayed too because it was raining here in Fayetteville. That they should be started back up. I think by 4 o'clock they said they were going to start back up. But we'll see. This game was a pretty good game. Unless Mississippi State made a miracle, I think Oklahoma won this game because had it showing in Discord, but I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention because I was getting ready for the show. Oh, it is. They did come back 8-9.
Pacer just said Bell hit a grand slam in softball.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. So they are playing again. Kurt with the super chat. As always, starting out the show, $10 from Kurt. We appreciate you, Kurt. He says, horns down, woo freaking pig. Absolutely, my good man. Absolutely. Grand slam for Arkansas. Robert says Oklahoma got beat. We are seeing that on the screen. Now they did get beat, 11-9. That is awesome. So now Mississippi State needs to win one more and knock Oklahoma clean out of the College World Series. That'd be great. Sarge, if your comments aren't visible due to other comments filling the screen chat tab, then how are we to know what is going on without asking? My comment, they should be visible. I don't know why they weren't visible because I had it pinned. So it should have been able for everybody to see it. I answered a lot of people when they asked. Even though you ask, I still answer you, even though I post it. And Kennedy solo home run immediately after. So it's 7-3. Hogs in the second. That's what I'm talking about.
Beat down in Bogle.
That's it. Duke doesn't gonna know what happened to him.
Arkansas's taking a Duke on Duke.
Ooh, I was thinking that, but I wasn't gonna say it. But I know you don't hold nothing back.
Definitely don't.
So how's everybody's Friday
going?
going?
What in the world was that?
Friday evening, hopefully, with the game starting a little later, a lot more people were able to get home or get off work. And they're not going to be able to watch the game.
What a name.
What a name. We ain't trying to watch all
But
this.
he takes it to the max.
Texas crap. They haven't showed anything Arkansas, just all Texas. That's right, Robert. We don't hold nothing back here. You get raw, unfiltered.
Not even in our opinions.
Not yet. We don't sugarcoat anything. We call it like we see it. Yeah, Greg, I had it going into Discord, and then the rain delay, and then obviously I had to get ready for this game. But I was going to leave it going into Discord, but there wasn't nobody in there, so no need to have the other computer running. Corey, good to have you, man. We're doing good. Welcome to the family.
So, Sarge, since I got NASCAR 25, are you going to get NASCAR 25 so we can race each other?
Probably not. I don't know. I might.
Do a side-by-side career. You start out in the ARCA series. Nicole. Sir, I cannot take you seriously.
Yeah, Michael's going to start in about 13 minutes, 12 minutes. No worries, Greg. I even announced it to everybody in the Discord so everybody would know that it was. A few guys come in and watched when it was on. Probably Hog Wild would win, Robert. I'm not a big NASCAR guy. No, Greg, I am not that Sarge. I used to fish competitively. I do have a rat boat and truck, but I no longer do that anymore. But I was never on TV. I had a YouTube channel that I no longer have. I took it down, but it had a lot of my fishing techniques and videos and tips and tricks and stuff. But since I knew I wasn't going to be doing that anymore, I took it down.
You're fishing multi-technique?
Yeah, multi-technique. I had my own crankbait company also, and that's why I was doing it, because I was showing crankbait tips and tricks and showing how good my product worked.
My favorite
Greg,
racer.
yeah, I did it for you,
retired.
Greg. You're right. I got up early and made sure it was on just because Greg asked me to do it. He said, well, yeah, I feel bad now. Don't feel bad, Greg. There's a couple of my moderators wanted me to stream it in there too for them, so I was going to do it regardless.
Yeah, Sarge, I hadn't really watched a whole lot of NASCAR since Dale Jr. retired.
I haven't watched it since Dale Earnhardt died. That was after that. Oh, well,
2001?
I did watch Dale Jr. for a while till he retired. Once he retired, I quit watching.
That was I want to say that was I think that was 2018 when
I
he
have
retired.
I had no other drivers that I cared to watch. So once I lost my two, I didn't care to watch anymore.
Tony Stewart retired. I liked Tony Stewart a lot. R.I.P. to Kurt Busch. I know a lot of people didn't like him on the racetrack, but
I didn't care for Smoke.
oh, I love Smoke. Him and Greg Zipadelli, his crew chief.
But this is a Razorback show, not NASCAR, so who cares?
Well, we could talk about Mark Martin. He is from Arkansas.
Yeah, he owns a racetrack in Batesville.
And he owns a car dealership. I do not think that I would drive all the way from Hot Springs to Batesville to buy a car from his car dealership, though.
No.
Carla said Jeff Gordon.
I couldn't stand that guy. Nicole says she came from a Mark Martin loving family. Oh, Mark!
I like Mark Martin.
Yeah, he wasn't a bad. I mean, he wasn't a bad.
I like Greg Biffle
guy either. I didn't have a problem with Mark Martin.
I liked Mark Martin. I liked Greg Biffle.
I was like the Kenny Schraders, the Michael Waltrip. I didn't care for Michael Waltrip. Kenny Waltrip.
Dale Waltrip. Daryl Waltrip.
Yeah, Daryl. Kenny Schrader's who I'm thinking of. Kenny Schrader used to race. He still does actually race dirt track racing in a modified now.
Yeah. Ken Schrader
Owns a
drove the
racetrack.
38 M&M's car that hit Dale Sr.
Yes. But all this new school crap, I don't care for.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the stages, and I remember when they used to just get out there and just drive the 200 laps.
Yeah. I didn't care for all that.
Don't let Sarge lie to you. His favorite driver was Jimmy Johnson.
No, I could not stand that guy. That was my little brother's favorite guy.
Is that because
I couldn't stand
Kyle
it.
Busch? Kurt Busch can no longer race because he has a medical condition or some kind of injury.
I couldn't argue that fact, Greg. I mean, he was a good driver, but he just never could get over the hump.
I mean, we could say Dale Jr. too, because he never won a championship in Cup.
Yeah.
I don't think Tony Stewart ever won a championship either.
No. But he did win. I know Dale Jr. won a Daytona 500.
He won twice. He won it 3 years after his daddy passed away, and then I think he won it in 2016. Hey, they do have tracks that are more than just left turns, Mark.
But you're right. Most of them are just left turns.
Well, here's the thing, though. They've also dumbed the cars down and put them at like 700 horsepower.
The stupid
from where they used to
restrictor
be
plate
like
racing.
800. No. Restrictor plates are there for a reason, so they don't do 240 miles an hour around
that's the
Talladega.
whole point. Let them go.
240 miles an hour, that car would disintegrate.
No, the point is, with restrictor plates is to keep them in a pack, and that's what causes the big wrecks. If they weren't restricted, they would be able to spread out. Yeah, I remember
Tony
Kevin Harvick.
Kevin Harvick took over the 3-car. Tony Stewart raced for RCR for a long time. Or no, sorry, he raced for Joe Gibbs for a long time, and then he bought his own race team.
Mm-hmm.
Stuart Haas.
Chase, appreciate that $5 super chat, brother. Always a pleasure. We appreciate that support, my good man. Yes, Roy, still looking right around 4:30 for the first pitch. We will bring it on screen as soon as they start playing. We are getting close. I appreciate you, Chase.
Definitely is a crazy situation, Chase.
And it's getting crazier by the moment.
We got conspiracy theories
everywhere.
But the medical examiner is ruling possible like pulmonary embolism.
Mm-hmm. That's what they all say when they were Hillary Clinton.
Oh, well. I feel bad for his kids and his wife.
Well, his whole family, yeah. You never want to see somebody like that. Something happen like that. That's, man, I don't want to see anybody die. Well, if we win today, we get the winner of Texas A&M and Auburn. So it doesn't get any easier.
I would like to play Texas A&M just because they haven't, just because we haven't played them this year. We've already played Auburn. I would like to play the team we haven't played.
Well, if we beat Texas, I will keep that. Theory going to where we can beat the teams we haven't played. You know, because every team we've played so far in the tournament, we have not played this year. We beat Tennessee. If we can beat Texas, then I'll keep that. It rained like hell there, Chase. Up until just a few minutes ago, it was raining pretty hard. The dugouts were flooded and everything else, so it was a mess there. I'm really surprised that they got the game going this early.
The ladies score, winning.
Yeah, Carla, it was, I think, 8-2 or something like that. We hit a grand slam and a back to another solo home run. Chris, welcome. Appreciate that second month, man. 2-month member. Happy anniversary.
Let's see.
Chris?
Currently into the second inning, we're up 7-3.
7-3. Pacer just said Duke just homered, so it's 7-4 now. Yeah, it looked like it was going to clear out once the rain did clear out. It looked like it was going to clear out. And just an update, too, it was confirmed that Aloy did break a bone in his hand on the swing, but prior to the one where he swung one-handed. As soon as I saw that, I knew that's what it was. But, you know, I don't want to put out information because I'm not a doctor. But it was confirmed that he did break a bone in his hand. So he is probably done for the season. All right, here we go. It looks like we're going to get something going here.
Friday and Saturday starters expected later in the game, but for now, it's Howard who makes his first start of the season.
Yeah, it's just his 6th appearance for Howard. The longest he's gone in any outing was 3 2/3. That was his last time out. He hasn't gone more than 44 pitches. Fastball get up there. I mean, it's a mid-90s fastball. I think the one thing to pay attention to today for Texas is how much they really are trying to set themselves up.
Yeah, we need to get to him early.
Jim Schlossnack wants to see if Cody Howard can potentially fit that 4-starter role if, in fact, they need it down the road.
So Damian Ruiz starts things up, and he takes a fastball right down central at 95. Ruiz has a 21-game on-base streak for the Razorbacks. Junior from Livingston, Texas, and Livingston High School, hitting .317. About 90 minutes late due to Mother Nature, and both teams approach it differently. Arkansas was actually on its way to the ballpark when they got the word that the game would be pushed back so far. So they hung a U-turn. They went back to downtown Birmingham. They didn't get here until about an hour and a half later than Texas was here. And the Longhorns spent their time off their feet back in the home clubhouse. Ruiz was 1 for 4 against Tennessee, and that fastball just missed. Remember, ABS is in play. We'll see how Texas handles the challenges with Carson Tourney, their starting catcher and one of the best in the country. Fouled back by Ruiz, 96. So the juice is there, and you mentioned Texas trying to figure out who's healthy in the rotation. How do we get set up for next week? And could Howard fill that role for a starter if needed in regional play?
Yeah, and I think they want to make sure they get some guys out there on the mound today, because obviously Texas gets beat, they go home. So with Howard, loses a slider right there, and Ruiz will reach to start.
Let's go, Ruiz.
Howard, you know, he's probably not.
He took that like a champ. He was like,
I would think they piece it together after that.
Jim Schlossnagle used Howard out of the bullpen in the series finale against Missouri, threw 44 pitches in 3 2/3. And now Camden Kojal will come to the plate. 10th among active Division I coaches, 1,030 wins now in his second season in Texas. Kojal homered against Tennessee yesterday, and the pitch is in for a strike. He's 5th in the league in RBI with 64. And now 0-2. Fastball's been there for Cody Howard here early on. Texas going to put the shift on, and they'll flip Casey Borba to the right side. Longhorns dealing with some injuries as well, especially on the infield. So Borba, who's played first and third, starts at third. Temo Becerra is getting the start at second base these days.
Arkansas offensively yesterday, those 4 home runs, each home run over 420 feet. Kojal got the party started. Stewart hit 2. Pompey hit 1 in the parking lot. This ballpark has played more offensive than we're used to seeing it play on a yearly basis. Already more home runs this year than the entire tournament last year.
7 extra base hits in the first 2 innings. Last 2 games, deep to left field, packed to the track, at the wall.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God! For Arkansas, 2-run oppo shot for Camden Kojal. What a way to start for Arkansas. Some early juice. 19th of the season for Kojal. So that's how you replace Kahil Aloy.
That helps. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. The home run yesterday went off the scoreboard. Today he hits it oppo into the bullpen. Kojal's had 2 great years in Fayetteville.
Here's Ryder Helfrich trying to butt his way aboard to start things off. 0-1 to the Arkansas catchers. Reached base 21 consecutive games. Junior from Discovery Bay, California.
Thank you for the gifted membership, Kurt.
And he pops it out of play. First
Dodger
meeting of the
fan.
season between the two. Kojal sharing the
Got
scouting
the membership
report.
from Kurt.
Nolan Souza accompanying the Arkansas dugout. Got him swinging at
if anybody's wondering, that is
96.
not
Camden
Sarge
Kojal
you're
going
hearing
opposite
breathing. That
field.
is the pitcher.
Yes.
He's very loud.
Slider that was out of the way. Kojal just stays
Don't
right
blame
on,
me.
drives it the other way. He knows the way this ballpark plays. Also knows that he got enough of it. Backspin, I think, off the bat. Anthony Peck Jr. thought he had a chance in it, but 10-15 feet beyond the wall to give the Hawks an early 2-0 lead.
A lot of left fielders think they've had shots so far in this tournament, but run out of space in one of the biggest ballparks in college baseball. And that was the case when Zach Stewart was at the plate yesterday. A couple of home runs against Tennessee. Senior from Lebanon, Missouri. Cody Howard, 6'1", 210. Redshirt senior from the Woodlands. We don't expect him to be out there more than what, 50 pitches today, if that?
50's probably their ideal number.
9 appearances for the Longhorns last year. Pitching out of the bullpen. Got that low strike, 1-1. So Jim Schlossnagle at some point today is planning on throwing his first 2 starters. Little Friday, Saturday guys, and if Texas wins, that's a big if, especially already down 2. They'll figure out tomorrow when they get there. Swing and a miss for Stewart. Back-to-back Ks for Howard.
If he can get that elevated fastball going, that's one that's going to be tough for guys to get to. It's a little bit lower arm angle, but the fastball has a lot of carry. So it's just a combination of arm angle and stuff that you don't see very often. For Arkansas, you've got to shove that fastball down to really have a chance.
Here's T.J. Pompey, junior from Coppell, Texas, transferred in from Texas Tech. He was a freshman All-America. And Howard really leaning on that mid-90s fastball. Pompey's had a pretty good run in the Yellowhammer State. Their series in Tuscaloosa. He went 6 for 12 with a couple of home runs. Was the SEC Player of the Week. 1-1. And then yesterday, 3 for 4 with a home run. Drove in 3. Already matches career total at Texas Tech in long ball. Slider in for a strike. He is prone to strikeouts, second most in the league at 75. And ripped into left field.
Nice
headed
double
for second on a wet track. Pack's throw rolls in, and it's a 2-out double for T.J. Pompey's second extra base hit of this opening frame. Already the 9th.
7-4 real life Arkansas.
Yeah, it just seems like T.J. Pompey's starting to get it going at the plate right now. It was a nut-outer home run in Arkansas's first game. This time got a fastball, maybe a little bit off the end of the bat right there, but definitely got to it in plenty of time. The minute he saw where Pack Jr. was playing in left field and his ball came off the bat, it's entirely his decision. And he didn't break stride, easily in there at second base for a 2-out double.
Pretty good run here for Arkansas. Going back to late April, they won the Missouri series, the Ole Miss series, the Oklahoma series, the Kentucky series. It's after dropping game 1 to Kentucky. And a first pitch strike to Nolan Souza. It's now a 4-game SEC win streak. Pardon me, a 3-game SEC win streak with the victory over Tennessee. Pulled up the middle. That
there you go, another run. Good job, Souza.
Pendergrass sends the throw back to second. And Arkansas tallies another. They are making some noise here in this opening frame, especially against a Texas team that has really nothing to lose coming into today's game.
No, 0. You can somewhat argue they don't have a lot to gain either.
That was the other side of the coin.
Yeah, it's your glass half full. Apparently, I'm not. Arkansas does, though, and we talked about it off the top of the show. They have, I think, a little work to do to squarely be in the hosting. They're in the discussion now, but to be in that 15-16 slot to play at home, you win 2 games here, and that makes a pretty loud statement at the end of the year.
7th batter of the opening frame for Arkansas, and a first pitch slider from Howard in for a strike to Micah New.
That's a little low. Would you have challenged it, Sarge?
Not necessarily in the game.
Arkansas has won the SEC tournament 1 time. That was in 2021. They breezed through in 4-0. They've been to the finals 5 times. Meanwhile, Texas, in its second ever SEC tournament appearance last year, ran into a Tennessee buzzsaw, lost 7-5 in 12 innings, and the 1 seed went back home to Austin. .45 average and 8 home runs for New. He's driven in 44 this year. Howard hit a batter, gave up a home run, back-to-back strikeouts swinging, and then double and a single. And that's where we are now. Tourney receives strike 3. He K's the side, but not before the Hogs tag him for 3 here in the opening inning.
Dan McCosiel got to him right away. A little break 'em all out away. Kosiel drives the left, 2-run shot there. Hogs would have one more. Texas offense coming up next.
Out and does his job, we'll be all right.
Order for Texas, 10th in the SEC in home runs with 87 on the season. Robbins, the SEC newcomer of the year. What a season he has had since showing up from Seton Hall, and now he's pushed to right field with Darian Pendergrass getting the start in center. That shores up Texas even more defensively. 10th in the league in average, 7th in the league in home runs, and they get to face an ace in Hunter Dietz, a sophomore. 6'6" lefty comes in 7-3, 6th best ERA in the league, 2nd in the league in strikeouts with 117.
A whole lot of swing and miss and a whole lot of stuff. Could see a fastball up to 97 for Hunter Dietz. In his 10 SEC starts this season, 9 of them were quality starts. He has been Arkansas's finest on the weekend and is their ace.
Last time out on the road at Kentucky, struck out 9 against just 1 walk in 6 innings pitched against the Cats. That was a Game 1 loss for Arkansas. Aiden Robbins coming to the plate, junior from Yardley, PA.
Number 43, Aiden Robbins.
8th in the league in OPS at 1132. And a couple of triples to his name. Newcomer of the year for a good reason. Lightly recruited out of high school. Seton Hall was the first team on him. He's stuck with that due to loyalty. He's parlayed it into a tremendous run here in the SEC. Tied for 4th in the league in home runs. And he made facing SEC pitching look pretty easy for a dude who hadn't seen this level of velocity and this level of pitching much throughout his college career.
He was better within the league than he was outside of the league this year. Was the center fielder for much of the season for the Longhorns.
Texas started the season 16-0. The Longhorns come into Hoover having won 6 of their last 8 games. They've done it with a very patient offense, leading the league in pitches per plate appearance, seeing more than 4 pitches per trip to the plate. And with Tourney waiting on deck and then Pack to follow, they can do some damage early in the game. 2-2. Chopped to second. This is Souza. One down. Let's learn more about Hunter Dietz.
Zoom
The stuff
crash.
breakdown right here. Combination. You see the fastball already up to 94. He's shown you as much as 97 this year. He'll elevate it when he wants to, and then it's two different breaking balls. The slider's mid-80s. The curveball is more of the traditional top to bottom, but he throws it really hard. When he's got both going, there is differentiation between the two. Slider is what he goes to more often, but if he's got the curveball going two different looks, the fastball plays up even more.
Dietz didn't get a chance to throw here yet for Arkansas. Last time he was on this mound a few years ago when he was in high school for a perfect game event. So he was saying that he's excited to pitch in this ballpark. Kylie McDaniel has him as a first-round prospect in this summer's draft. And in there for a strike at 95. That big glove wouldn't have helped the Camden Koschel home run in the first. Already the 5th home run of now 9 innings at the plate for Arkansas here in Hoover. That one just off the plate. David Susi's got the dish tonight. Big bat, good flow. You know, they make those as wigs, right? Might look good on you.
Bring me one, I'll wear it.
I bet you used to have curls like that. Tourney, transferred in from Notre Dame. He works a walk here, Chris Bud.
Hunter Dietz got that fastball into the mid-90s, but he struggled with the velocity after the first 2 years dealing with injuries. I was talking with Matt Hobbs, Arkansas's pitching coach, about he struggled with the mental part of, I'm afraid if I throw hard, I'm going to injure myself again. And he said it took a practice in the fall where they were just throwing, and Hobbs would look at him and he'd just go, throw harder, throw harder, throw harder, to get to that point where he would realize that if I throw hard, I'm not going to injure myself. And once he got there, said it was amazing just to watch the progress in 1 year.
Well, velocity sitting mid-90s as he misses with 94. What happened to you when your coaches yelled throw harder, throw harder?
Usually it went farther, generally what followed that.
Anthony Pack Jr., 3rd in the league in batting average at 360. Well, great stolen base threat as well. 2nd in the SEC in strikeouts, seconds in K per 9 at 13.4.
Matt Hobbs, the Arkansas pitching coach, was talking about Dietz before the game, and he said, you know, this fall was the first time he was totally healthy. And we wanted to see what he looked like out of the stretch because he didn't go in the stretch until we got to the Fall World Series. Literally was giving up 0 hits to this offense, and that's when they knew, okay, if healthy, we've got a real weekend guy on our hands.
Ground ball up the middle, chance for Dew. Souza, Koschel, Pack's got speed, and he got him by a hair. He wants a challenge. Eric Mosiello, the first base coach, agrees, and we'll see what this one turns out to be. We'll take care of the lead runner, Carson Tourney, 2 down.
Awfully close.
Eddie Newsom.
Texas is challenging the call at first base about. This is their first challenge.
Yeah, it looks like he's pretty clearly safe right here. See a lot of challenges in the first inning, but Anthony Pack Jr., excuse me, Garrett Mosiello both saw that one really well, and I don't think this one's going to take very long.
After review, the runner at first base is safe. Texas remains it. He has 2 challenges remaining.
So the opening frame continues, and we'll see Temo Becerra.
He slowed down. He was
Texas.
not very close at all. Sorry.
Advantage, disadvantage. One team's got a game under its belt, and the other one just showing up.
I'll tell you where I think the advantage is for catchers if they're going to challenge.
That was a terrible call by the umpire.
Too, because they've been out there. There was
safe.
a couple in the first inning that if Carson Tourney wanted to challenge, it may have been overturned. But
Can you imagine you don't have
Ryder
any
Helfrich,
challenges
he's been out
and
there and in this environment before.
All that.
That's the
He
way it
knows
was
the
through
zone.
the whole
In
history
fact,
of baseball before they
calls the
started
pitches
doing
for
challenges.
Arkansas. That pitch, the fastball misses up 1-0. Well, Chris talked about the velocity for Hunter Dietz. One thing to keep in mind, Texas is the best hitting team in the SEC against 4-seam fastballs. As a squad, they hit 373 against the Heat. 0-2-0.
It's also one of the most patient offenses. not just in the SEC, but in the league. They will force you into the zone.
7th in the country in walks. And Troy Tulowitzki leads the offense for Texas. It's a blueprint that Jim Schlossnagle put in place years ago. And he said, quite frankly, it's sentence 1, page 1, art of hitting. Ted Williams, if you are patient, you don't get in a rush to find your pitch to hit. There's Tulo. Only Oklahoma State sees more pitches per plate appearance. I wonder how many 3-0 green lights Texas gives.
None. None green lights.
Pack's got 20 bags on the season, 7th most in the league. Kind of an average Arkansas team defensively, 10th in the league in fielding percentage, 10th in errors committed. Had to shuffle some guys around. Camden Colesville getting a start this season at shortstop after he was at second, taking over for Rahiva Aloy. Dave Van Horn has raved about his approach at short, his reliability. Ball 4, second walk here in the opening frame from Hunter Dietz. Well, it's not just this year for Texas in this offensive approach. It is year after year, going back to his time at A&M. First in the country 4 consecutive seasons. And now Oklahoma State just snuck ahead of him.
Yeah, you can go back to TCU days too if you want. It's just an offensive philosophy. They're patient at the plate. They're aggressive going first to third. And this year for Texas too, they've stolen a fair amount of bases. They've stolen over 100 bags this year.
First pitch banged up the middle off of Dietz. He's still on his knees. Texas has loaded the bases, but real concern for Arkansas.
That's no good.
I hit him right on the ankle.
That is 105 off the bat. You just hoping
Hopefully
this
hit
caught
the bottom
shoe.
of his shoe.
And it did not sound like it did.
That's liable to take him out of the game because he won't be able to drive.
Not
Nothing
what
on.
Dave Van Horn wanted to see to start this game.
No, and I don't know if there's much of a discussion here. We'll see, but
Athletic trainer out there, Matt Hobbs, a pitching coach. Dave Van Horn joins him.
Big tuna going.
And they will get the bullpen hot as
Probably
going to
be done for Dietz.
Warm up down there.
Now you have the option, and Dietz is going to leave the game as a reliever. You can warm up on the game mound or warm up in the bullpen, and due to an injury, you have all the time in the world to get loose. So that's what Arkansas will do here as Hunter Dietz exits the game after just 21 pitches and takes a comebacker off the foot.
That's going to be swollen up.
It's
95 good that he's
coming
walking
in.
on
It was
under his own
105
power,
going out,
but
and this
yeah,
didn't
it's gonna definitely
catch
swell.
grass or dirt or anything to slow it down.
You're going to go get some ice
There's
on that
2 quick sounds.
immediately.
Yeah, right on that front foot.
It looked like his ankle. That's what
He wouldn't be able to land.
causes you more
pitch.
concern. And that ball went 60 feet after it hit him.
Yeah, it was not a glancing blow. Already without its most electric hitter, Rahiva Aloy. He's pointing to where it got him, right on the top of the foot.
A lot of bones
And
right
Arkansas
there.
will have all the time it needs to find a reliever to enter this game and enter with the bases loaded in the first.
Why is everyone so fired up?
That stinks.
And with that, we'll see you next.
Now it's next man up situation.
It's definitely going to be a trial by pitching today. Looks like we're going to get old big tuna. They get as long as they need, correct? To make sure they're stretched out?
Yes.
Yeah, I've had stuff dropped on the top of my feet, so I could only imagine what a baseball doing 108 off the bat to the top of the foot feels like. Probably hurts just as bad as dropping an impact 6 foot off the ground onto the top of your foot. It was some kind of bone in his hand that broke. Fireman Dan.
They call it the hamate bone. It's a small bone in your palm of your hand. It's a commonly injury when guys get hit in the hand by a fastball or something like that. Or swing a bat. And the knob of the bat usually does it. That's why you see in the major leagues they're going to what they call a torpedo bat, where they're taking the knob away.
I've seen them starting to put like some kind of rubber or something on the end of those bats. Something that's like extends it a little bit.
Well, they're trying to cushion that. When you swing that knob of that bat, puts a lot of pressure on your lower inside palm where that bone is. And that bone's small. And a guy that swings as hard as Heel does can easily injure himself.
Baseball America has the final 8 predicted for the College World Series. Arkansas, Florida, Florida State,
secure their spot.
Georgia, Georgia Tech,
ballpark.
Southern Miss, Texas, and UCLA.
Resume currently projected as the number 19 overall seed. That would put them 3 spots away.
We talked about that earlier.
Watching leapfrogging to take place if they can climb.
I mean, the SEC numbers generally, you win 17 games in the league. They've already won a game here in Hoover. That is hosting material. The piece that you generally don't see with those numbers is an RPI at 23. And that's the only thing right now that when you're looking at Arkansas puts them right on that edge of do they host or don't they host.
Remember, they were a stride away from getting out of this inning with a double play that Anthony Pack Jr. beat out to first as Eves moves from the bullpen mound to the game mound. If you join us late, this is what happened to Hunter Dietz.
95-mile-an-hour fastball and 105 off the bat. There is nowhere to go right there. Later on, Dietz pointed out it looked like it hit him right on the top of the foot. Fear was I thought maybe it'd get him on the side of the ankle. If it got him on the top, I mean, it hurts. Really
how's
hurts,
it going, Tom?
Ultimately, there are worse places to get hit. Chris?
They have x-ray machines here on site at the Hoover Met. I'm told that he is going to have one right now and be checked out. I'll let you know if I hear anything else after he gets looked at.
All right, thank you, Chris. So Steele Eves takes over on the mound. Sophomore from Lone Oak, Arkansas, was number 4 overall prospect in the state as a two-way player, a catcher and a pitcher. 6 foot 210. He appeared out of the bullpen twice in each of the last 2 SEC series. You see his numbers, 5-1 with an ERA of 3.5. Pretty good bullpen overall for Arkansas, but some questions with the 2 and 3 starters throughout the course of the season. KP, let me ask you about this scenario precisely. Matt Hobbs said warm up in the bullpen. Why, when you're coming in for an injured player, when you have the choice, would you choose to warm up in the bullpen versus on the game mound?
Normalcy. I think that's the biggest thing is, I mean, it feels like a normal process of when you would warm up and get ready. And I mean, you don't have to speed it up. There's times during the game that you do have to speed it up to where they get hot as quick as you can because we may need you a hitter later. Here, that wasn't the case. Eves can warm up essentially like a starter if he wants to, then come in and take his 8 on, well, not even 8 on the mound. He can take as many as he wants on the mound when he gets in there.
And he enters in a jam with the bases loaded and 2 down.
Give me, we'll get to this, but you can't look it up. Recent Arkansas star that was also from Lone Oak, Arkansas.
Dietz got hit in the ball, hitting the foot with
I got nothing. What do you got?
with a ball off the bat.
Oh, you don't know the answer.
Well, it's one of those like on the tip of my tongue, but I don't want to say it because it might be wrong. Hold on, I'm going to double check. I'm not going to change my answer.
Okay. Well,
Not going to change. I was right.
Casey Martin.
Oh, Casey Martin?
Yeah.
All tooled up and.
You know why it was named Lone Oak, don't you?
I don't, and I'm quite certain you don't either, but
There was one big oak tree in town. Well, they meet you at Lone Oak.
Then they spelled it wrong.
Yeah, well, post offices have to save some money and extra digits. Here's Adrian Rodriguez with the bases loaded and 2 down. 282 hitter. The first pitch fastball from Eves misses outside. Eves has 1 start on the season. That was March 31st at Missouri State midweek. Texas has a huge opportunity in this opening frame and to carry on after knocking Dietz out of the game.
2 more strikes, Dietz. Or not, good Lord.
Lone Oak just outside of Little Rock. There's Dave Van Horn knows what's on the line for his team, and they had an impressive win against Tennessee 8-4 with 4 home runs, able to save some bullets, and they thought they had Dietz set up in a really good situation, and that got turned around by the borderline run.
Arkansas is challenging the call ball.
Ryder Helfrich. Just missed. So confirmed 2-1 count now to Rodriguez. I mean, it's a first inning, but this could be a high leverage situation when you're able to, or had the chance to flip the count with the bases
100%.
loaded.
Yeah, it's a good time to do it. 2-1-1-2 pitch selection could change for Eves right here.
And win probability could flip with a knock for Rodriguez. 2-2. Pack at third. Remember, he beat out the double play. Becerra drew a walk. He's at second, and then Borba delivered the shot up the middle to load the bases and send Dietz off the field.
See everything so far in this at bat to Rodriguez. Away. That movement of Eves' fastball is naturally going to move away anyway. He was trying to backdoor a breaking ball that pitch that Helfrich challenged that was just off the plate before.
Rodriguez is batting about 90 points higher against righties and lefties this season. That one high. It takes the count full. Listed as a switch hitter, but he's only going from the left side now. Still dealing with the hand injury that was lingering all the way back to last season when he was hit by a pitch against Missouri. Runners on the move. That's ball 4, and Texas pushes one across.
He walks in the inning, but you look back on an Ante Peck Jr. beating that ball out, totally changes what the entire inning is. If he's out at first, inning over, 1, 2, 3, it absolutely changes how Hunter Dietz is feeling right now, because if he's off the diamond, things work a little bit differently.
So they remain loaded for Ethan Mendoza. Mendoza had been playing in the field, but he's trying to get healthy, and the junior from Bedford, Texas, now limited to a DH role. Texas closed the regular season against Missouri. Mendoza went just 1 for 10 against the Tigers and out 2-0. And that patience pays off in many ways for this Texas offense. They're second best in the SEC batting with runners in scoring position, a .340 team average, second only to Mississippi State. Popped him up, shallow left. Kojal back, still back. Ruiz coming over to help. Kojal calls for it and makes a catch. Coming back towards left field.
Good job. Got out with
Only
just
one
one.
run
We can
allowed,
live
but
with
a
that.
disastrous first inning for Arkansas. Hunter Deeds out for the game.
Thanks for reminding us, sir.
You can come in like that with bases loaded, basically cold, not expecting to play. Although you should be just,
Ready at all times.
Ready at all times, because you never know. He did a fantastic job with just giving up 1 run. That could have got out of hand in a hurry.
What Jim Schlossnagle has done, not going with the race. But if you look back actually to last year at this tournament, he did the exact same thing, giving Ethan Walker the start on their first game through 5 innings. They lost that game, but it gave Schloss enough confidence to be able to start game 1 of the regional, which they ended up winning. They ended up falling at a regional last year. But to your point, boys, that you've talked about, it's about finding a 4th starter. It's about giving those other guys that start some opportunity out of the pen. And if it worked for him last year, that you're able to find a guy that gets you some confidence, liked it enough to go round 2 this year.
Yeah, he's an opener as much of a starter, although they'd love for him to graduate to that as Carter Rutenbar falls down in the count 0-2. A lot of it, KP, also circles around the health of Ruger Riojas, who only faced 1 batter in the Missouri series. Here's the 0-2 to Rutenbar, and he gets him swinging at 94. All 4 outs have come via the K for Cody with a C. Howard.
Well, fastball plays, especially when it's up, and you see most of the swings and misses that Arkansas has taken have been on elevated fastballs, and a lot of them up and out of the zone. That was the exact same thing right there.
So 1 down. There's Ruger Riojas. 14 starts on this season, 2nd in the league in strikeout to walk ratio. They would love for him to get more rest and be full strength. I mentioned earlier the game plan, should Texas win for tomorrow, would be we'll figure it out when we get there, because they also like to use Luke Harrison out of the bullpen, their number 2 starter today. Here's Reese Robinette at the plate. He chops it off his head.
I think I'd be surprised if Riojas throws this weekend, regardless, even if they play 2 more games after this. They are in full let's get ready for next weekend role right now, and I think it's very understandable given that they're going to be a top 8 regardless of whether they win this game, lose this game, or win the whole tournament.
Outside 2-1, and part of that game plan, especially specific to Luke Harrison, is they'd love to start him game 1 against their local 4 seed, and so they don't want Luke to have to throw on short rest, and that's a goal of using him today. By the way, that's a pretty good bullpen if they have to lean on it tomorrow. Like if you're going to go Volantis and Harrison, you probably don't need many more arms should Howard get you through the second. Right. And then you got a full slate of dudes down there, including a guy by the name of Sam Kozar, who's been pretty filthy all year.
Texas isn't light on arms.
15th in the country in ERA. That one just inside. And Carson Tinney says, let's take a look. They'll put the ABS in play.
Texas is challenging the call of ball.
Arkansas missed on its ABS challenge in the first. That one just off the plate. Good call by David Susi. Missed by 9/10 of an inch.
Coming into this game, 59% of the challenges have been overturned. Much higher percentage, 65% if the catcher asks, only 45% for the hitter.
Missed with 95. Hit batter and a walk. First trip to the order to pair with 4 strikeouts for Cody Howard. So Texas will enter the postseason with a shiny resume. Number 4 RPI, number 14 strength of schedule, 14 quad 1 wins. E1's got him as a number 5 national seed. See much movement among the top 5?
I don't see a whole lot of movement between the top 7. Honestly, I think the top 7 are pretty well set.
Ooh, up and into Ruiz, who was hit by a pitch his first time up.
Now, they could move a little bit between who those 7 are and where they're slotted, but I think the top 7 are pretty much set.
22 consecutive games on base for Damian Ruiz. Squibber through the right side. That one will slow nearly to a stop before it's picked up by Aiden Robbins. What about the number 1 national seed? Because we see some shuffling up at the top.
It's entirely dependent upon UCLA. If UCLA wins a Big Ten tournament, UCLA is the number 1 seed, no doubt. If they were to get beat, then I think there at least becomes a discussion after that, and it would be one of these other 3, either Georgia Tech, Georgia, or North Carolina. North Carolina's already won today at the ACC tournament. Georgia Tech put 16 on the board yesterday. I don't think we've ever seen an RPI in the double digits be a number 1 overall seed. That would be the only thing that would hold Georgia back in their strength of schedule outside of the SEC. But UCLA wins it. UCLA's your 1 seed.
Cam Colgill's got a home run already today. That one looked appetizing. 0-1. Georgia won the league going away. I mean, think about the strength of this league, especially the top half. There could be as many 12 teams make the postseason. And Georgia could have taken the last weekend off and still won the regular season.
Some of it comes down to how much you're going to value the RPI and how much will that benefit or be detrimental to Georgia. I don't see how they fall below 4. There's no way they can, given what they've done with the league. It's just whether or not they push up beyond that.
Ripped to center field. Pendergrass back, gone. Whoa! Way out of here.
Let's go.
Bounced it off the speakers above
That
the
was
batter's
mashed,
eye.
ladies and gentlemen. Mashed.
Arkansas leads the SEC in average home run distance, 401.5 on average. Add another 50 feet nearly to that one. 449 for Cam Colgill.
Kid wants to go home again. Had a chance to play in Omaha at the College World Series last year. The pride of Millard South High School in Omaha. Home runs number 19 and 20. The 20th cleared the batter's eye in center and went 449 feet.
Can I add him to my fantasy team
Here's
real
Ryder
quick?
Helfrich. We have seen gazillion games at this ballpark. I've never seen anyone hit the speakers.
No.
Now we've seen him pulled over the scoreboard and right. That was a Spanberger-like shot.
Yeah.
He is up the average with his 2 swings today. Ball and 2 strikes to Ryder Helfrich, the year the catcher in college baseball, and Helfrich one of the best.
Appreciate that gifted membership, Kurt.
Yeah, we got 2 catchers in this ball game that can both go in the first round of the draft. Helfrich right now slated a little bit higher than Carson Tinney, but I do think you heard both of their names called in that first round. If you're a major league team, you'd be happy to get either one of them.
This ballpark opened in 1988. It was a longtime home of the AA Birmingham Barons, in addition to being home to this SEC tournament since '98. Ken Dunlap has been here. He's our stats guy. He was a clubhouse guy here for a million years. He has seen just about every game in this ballpark. We have come up with 2 players who have hit a ball off the scoreboard in this ballpark. Mike Kelly for the Greenville Braves and Carlos Delgado playing for the Knoxville Smokies.
Who is we in that equation?
The guy next to me.
Okay, just want to clarify.
Little flare to third.
This would be getting all of it. Camden Kojal, 2 home runs in 2 innings. The first to left center, this to the biggest part of the ballpark. And if not for the speakers, that was going into the woods. Kenny, add another name to your whiteboard over there, because we got one more.
Oh, man. Nate Thompson says, boom. Took the base right out of the speakers. Zach Stewart at the dish. "13 home runs on the season and 35 driven in." Blake Burke for Tennessee a few years ago hit one like halfway into the trees down the right field line. When Gabe Gross was playing AA ball, he hit one in that same direction. But straightaway center. That's manpower for Cam Kojal. Squirrels are thankful the speakers stopped it. Tipped into the catchers, meant 1 and 2. And we are seeing the ball just rocket out of the ballpark this year.
Especially when this team's hitting here. 6 home runs, 5 of them well over 400 feet.
There's a theory that it is ball related, and if you look not at the major league stats or even the AAA stats, if you go down and look at the AA numbers, home runs are up through the roof so far in the minor league season. AAA ball is now the big league ball, so these made in Costa Rica would be similar to the AA ball and below, and they are stitching those extra tight. And Cam Kojal nearly ripped the stitches right off of Mr. Rawlings on this one.
2-run shot in the first, and Cam Kojal says, I'm gonna add one more to it. 449 to dead center, 2 home runs in 2 innings. He's already driven in 5. The Hogs 3 in the first, 3 in the second. Off.
Excellent.
Good bounce back.
Excellent inning.
That gives us some breathing room. Houston, appreciate you becoming subscribing. Welcome to the channel.
That ball said to infinity and beyond.
Yeah, it has bruises on it. It needs to file a police report.
That thing said, that's all, folks.
He hit that ball like he was angry.
Yeah.
I would like to see us lay off them high fastballs, though. And to me, Stewart looks like needs to get his bat a little quicker. He's missing them fastballs. He's a little late on them fastballs.
Emotional, damn it.
Make a little adjustment, Stu, and you're gonna be on them balls. You're just a little late on them. hell is my mouse?
Guys! Oh, big large one, big large one. Oh, big large one.
Damn, your shirt.
Yes! Oh, guys! Oh, baby.
That is Kojal's YouTube series that he started this summer, showing everyone how he fishes. He brought some teammates out. You can see it on his YouTube channel. He likes fishing so much that that is actually the place that he went to take his now fiance to propose.
Well, I
Wait
noticed.
for it. The picture's coming. We got it.
All right.
Because nothing would be more on brand than Cam Kojal to propose while fishing.
It all makes sense.
Ashton Larson at the plate for Texas. That is one soggy knee, I'm guessing.
She is actively fishing at the time, too.
She's like, hold on. That can wait. The bobber's going down.
I love that he bought all of this film equipment. He put it on his chest. He brought his friends out there, edited this all together, and then in the video he's just going, at the end you don't see it, he goes, I hope I'm filming.
Yeah.
Well, I was curious. He was yelling, guys, guys, hey guys, but he was the only one in that corner, right? Like, this is my fishing hole. You guys be on the other side of the lake. Larson rung up. And Steele Eaves notches his first K. He joined us late. Cam Kojal's hit 2 home runs, but challenging situation.
Hey, Sarge, did you see the text I sent you?
Question the health of Hunter Dietz, their starting pitcher. Got hit with a comebacker in the foot and had to leave the game. Now Darian Pendergrass. Well, here's something to watch for Texas. It's the play of Darian Pendergrass, who was a late add to the roster after playing small college ball to start his career. And first 2 seasons playing for Spartanburg Methodist. In the Hartsville, South Carolina native, went on to College of Charleston. Top 10 in the country in stolen bases last year. And a fight through a couple of innings. Another comebacker.
Come on, really?
Eaves takes
Leave
care
our
of that
pitchers
one.
alone.
That'll leave a bruise.
That hurt. That definitely hurt.
And Matt Hobbs to the top step, but Steele Eaves, he's a former catcher.
He's got cushion back
used
there.
to wearing it. Where'd this one get him?
Yeah, usually when you wear it, you get
Right up the shoot.
gear on. This one,
Watch.
Ooh, backside right there.
Right up the old
at least
tunnel.
probably the spot you'd pick.
That a way to take it, Steele.
Hey, imagine if he would have caught it.
Here's Aiden Robbins. Nothing more?
No.
95 at the knee.
That'd be an out. That'd be an out shown for many years.
He's going to have a bruise right around the old starfish there.
Eaves was a #1 catching prospect in the state coming out of Lone Oak High School.
Zach.
Breaking ball misses away to Robbins. 1-1. But I doubt as a catcher he ever took one there. If he did, he was facing the wrong direction.
If he did, he probably wasn't catching the next
shot.
pitch.
Joji.
Robbins grounded out to second his first time up.
That's definitely going to hurt when he goes to
Seton
sit.
Hall. Started the season in the 3-hole, moved his way up to the leadoff spot. Led the Pirates in hitting the last 2 seasons. Check swing didn't go, according to Jason Bradley.
I think the biggest surprise this year for Robbins has been the power jump. I don't know if anybody expected he'd be sniffing 20 home runs, but his ability to pull the ball with power in the air has led to the home run total going up significantly.
But a pair of 2 home runs games against Texas A&M, and A&M head coach Michael Early, who was a hitting coach at Arizona State before he came to A&M, played pro ball, been around a little bit, said simply, Aiden Robbins is one of the best hitters I've ever seen.
That's quite a statement because he's got a few of them on his roster that aren't bad. I mean, they knew they were getting a great bat to ball guy. They didn't know that they were necessarily getting this. Leadoff hitter with an OPS above 1100, and he's got a chance to hit 20 home runs.
Swing and a miss. Eves gets his second K, puts his side down in order in the second.
Still Eves up to 94, 95 with a fastball, but this time finishes one of the better hitters in the league with a wipeout slider. Down and away. 1-2-3, second inning. We come back. Talk to Jim Schlossner, head coach.
Now go sit on a bag of ice for a second, Steele. He's like, nah,
cake is now swollen.
I'm good, coach. I think I'll stand for this inning. Roy says, ladies up 11-5. They handling the business. Boys are handling business so far. Let's go.
You think Texas puts in a new pitcher? Patient.
Yeah, this guy was only going to pitch like 50 pitches. They already said that. They said they were going to pitch their Friday and Saturday night starters in this game.
He's up 11-5.
Howard, that first 2 innings, what'd you see from him?
I mean, he did a nice job throwing strikes, you know, hit a guy, just had the one walk, a couple balls that weren't hit that hard, and then 2 that were really hit hard. So he threw strikes. We learned more about him. Obviously not the results we want, but I thought he filled the strike zone up.
You put in Luke Harrison, we talked a little bit, but what is the philosophy of how you approached your pitching today?
I mean, we want to win the game, but we're trying to get Luke an appearance out of the bullpen. We'd like to get Dylan Valantis in the game, but we're trying to win the game too. So you know, we'll see how it plays out.
With what you've seen so far from your team heading into the postseason, what have you appreciated most about the way that they've attacked the SEC schedule?
Yeah, I think we've done a good job of riding out the lows. You know, just the tough losses. I mean, I think anytime, you know, you play 10 series in this league and you win 8 of them, that's awesome. That's really good. And I think we only had 1 sweep, so we had to deal with, you know, some really tough losses, some late inning losses, and the guys responded well.
Appreciate the time.
Right, thank you.
Yeah, the first time they really experienced that was the series on the road at A&M. Got swept in a 2-game rain-shortened series after winning their first 4 SEC series against Ole Miss, on the road at Auburn, Oklahoma at home, and at South Carolina. So Luke Harrison takes over, as Chris mentioned. Senior from Friendswood, Texas, has been the #2 starter for the Longhorns, 6-3 with a 4.76 ERA.
This is something he hadn't done in a couple of years. Luke Harrison, a stalwart in the weekend the last 2 years.
He's facing TJ Poppy to start off the inning. Poppy with a double and a run scored. Ed Schloss mentioned it. Dylan Valantis has experience coming out of the bullpen. That's where he was last year. But thinking ahead, we may need these guys at some point.
They said he swung. I don't think he got it all the way around.
Fall into a loser's bracket. All of that stuff possible where you need or ask one of your starting pitchers to come out of the bullpen. Yeah, he's trying to cover all his bases.
You look at regionals, that's probably the spot where if Luke Harrison starts game 1 and Texas gets a big lead, you get him out of there with 65, 70, 80 pitches even.
Texas is challenging the ruling of ball.
If you have to play a Monday game, a game 7 of the regional, theoretically he could come out of the bullpen in that game.
Carson Tinney 0 for 2.
That catcher don't know the strike zone too well, does he?
Man, I guess it is kind of hard to almost
Texas
an
will
inch
have
off.
1 ABS challenge remaining.
It's Veronica. Hello.
And Poppy goes down on strikes regardless. So 1 down, and Nolan Souza coming up.
So you probably go Harrison too. If they do want to get Valanis in the ball game, you want him in a game with a clean start. I don't see Valanis coming in the middle of an inning.
Sure. Here's Nolan Souza, got an RBI single earlier.
Well, that's good. They're taking all these challenges away for us, Sarge.
Yeah, they only got one left.
Three runs in each of the first 2 innings for Arkansas tonight. And Kojel's driven in 5 of them. We haven't had a 3-home run game since Chad Spanberger did it for Arkansas back in 17. He was one of the rare instances of an MVP for a team that didn't win the tournament.
That's
the length of the one that
not
went off
Mama
the
Sarge,
speakers. He might
Sean.
already
That's
be in
Mr. Sarge.
Spanberger
That's
territory.
my wife.
That was quite a showing.
That's one of those that you think about every time you come back to this ballpark for the first time every year. Spanberger hit one to right, hit one to center, hit one to left, and none of them snuck out.
Up and in, 2-2. By the way, the home run for Kojal went off the speakers, the 4th longest home run for Arkansas this season. Kahio Aloy has 2 of the top 3, and one of them ended up in a food truck. In on the thumbs. Harrison 2 down. And Mike Anu coming to the plate. So if Arkansas can't play its way into a host situation,
they go one of 2 places.
Both in the Midwest. Go up to Lawrence or keep going and go all the way to Lincoln.
Lincoln would be interesting for a variety of reasons.
You know Will Bolt's nickname?
No.
Little DVH.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see that.
A little flare. That one drops into center.
Nice.
Well, the head coach at Nebraska, longtime Texas A&M assistant, went to Omaha playing for Dave Van Horn in Nebraska.
DVH took the Huskers to Omaha 2 times before he went to Arkansas. First 2 times the program had ever been there.
7 trips to Omaha for this Arkansas program.
In fact, I believe Rob Childress was his pitching coach at Nebraska, who is now back in that same role doing the same thing for Will Bolt.
Here's Carter Rutenbach. Sky to shallow right. Becerra will handle it himself. Got some friends to hang out with him. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. Middle of the 3rd, 6-1 Hogs.
Vivid Seats' new lowest price guarantee.
They have to rename this ballpark if Camden Kojal keeps it going. Horns down.
See, that one
emphatic.
Quite yet.
Crooked numbers in the first and the second for the Hogs, and it's the first multi-home run game of the season for Kojal. He looks a little dialed in, I think.
Yeah. I mean, in all likelihood, it'll be a pretty good draft this year. He'll probably move on to pro ball. So
yes, Ashton, he got hit.
He understands how
with the
important this time of year
comebacker
is.
to the ankle. He's out for the game.
Luke Harrison 1 inning into his work, and here's Steele Eves, who had to enter out of the Arkansas bullpen, facing 2, 3, and 4, starting with Carson Tourney.
Yeah, it hit off his ankle and then went about 60
runs
feet.
in the league.
So
He's driven in 54.
Flush.
First SEC tournament for Tourney.
He was getting x-rays, so we'll know probably something a little later in the game.
Picked up in foul territory by Pompey.
First 2 years at Notre Dame, and this was a guy when he went in the portal at his position from a catching standpoint that was the most sought after guy in the entire country.
Finalist for the Buster Posey Award last year with the Irish, first team All-America by a couple publications. And he's hitting .487 when he leads off an inning. Is that a cutter from Eves? 2-2.
Yeah, he'll cut the fastball. You see the two different movements. That's 90 miles an hour too, so it's getting up there pretty good. And then the two-seamer has a bunch of horizontal break. It was the first two pitches of this at bat inside the Tourney. Like that.
Tourney swinging a hot bat. He torched Mizzou pitching for a 7-for-13 weekend, including 3 home runs. Drove in 10. An OPS of 1933 for the weekend. Came inside on him. Tourney at Notre Dame a couple of years ago only made 15 starts. He had to battle through some injuries and settled into his own with 46 starts last year to lead the team in average, home runs, and RBI. Full count. He crushed ACC pitching last year, had an OPS and ACC play of 1322. That, along with his receiving skills, the reason he was so sought after in the portal.
He's just a rock. I mean, both these guys, it's, you talk about the year of the catcher, and it is, especially draft year and even beyond that. But they're two of the best ones you're going to see.
He's a big dude, 6'4", 240. Yep. Eves is K3 of the last 4.
Yeah, and he went back to the fastball, but he backdoored the two-seamer, and they had been going in on Tourney with that fastball the entire at bat, and this one I think he just gave up. Probably thought it was a cutter based on location, and the movement brought it right back over the outside part of the plate.
Base is empty for Anthony Pack Jr. He beat out the throw to first, and it would be inning double play, and that had disastrous consequences for Arkansas because 2 batters later Dietz was knocked out of the game. It's a fair expectation for Eves in terms of work tonight.
50 pitches, I'd say. I mean, he hasn't reached the 50 pitch mark this year. He's been just shy of it, but I don't think that's too much of an ask.
A big jump for Anthony Pack Jr., freshman from Lakewood, California, batting in the 3-hole for one of the nation's best teams. Pulls that one foul. His coaching staff raved about him and the work that he made, and the leaps that he made in the offseason. Coming out of high school, Millikan High School, Southern California, played on a field that didn't have lights, didn't have a fence, never lifted weights. Wouldn't know it.
No.
Check swing, they say he went, and Helfrich will apply the tag for good measure. That's 4 straight Ks now for Eves.
Starting to get a little bit of a groove right now. This is a different shape on the breaking ball. We saw the cutter earlier. This is more of a traditional slider. He gets over the top. It has a bunch of down, a different look than Pack had seen the entire at bat, and that bat definitely went far enough away. Good job by Ryder Helfrich to box that thing up, keep it right in front of him.
Well, 2 down in the 3rd. Temo Becerra is the cleanup hitter for Texas. Fifth-year senior from Clovis, California, transferred in from Stanford.
Apparently this guy's hips don't lie.
Earned his undergrad degree from Stanford before he left. Came to Texas. Played in the College World Series with the Cardinal.
Started every game at shortstop last year for him. And was a key this year for Texas. The ability to play shortstop when Rodriguez was out. Then he played some third. Now they moved him to second. Now they've moved him all the way up to cleanup spot in the order.
Reno to Becerra, drew a walk in the 1st when Dietz was on the mound. All right, this is unfair. If you're playing 500 on the berm and everybody's got regulation gloves and some dude rolls in with a 3-foot pink promotional glove.
Well, he's in the wrong spot. You can't be in the back.
True.
I mean, if you're going to have that, you got to go right in the middle of it, man. Come on. Put your head down. Create some space.
Full count.
It's not happening. You get on up there. Take the one in a green shirt out. Just go bump him right out of there. Get right in the middle of it.
It's a slick playing surface. He'll slide all the way down to the bottom of the hill. All regulation gloves on the right field line.
That's the advanced game.
Eves battling with Becerra. Eves has struck out 3 in a row and 4 or 5. Pulled to third under the glove of Poppy. Becerra motors his way to second as it's picked up by Ruiz. Poppy could have used one of those big pink gloves.
Yeah, this one kind of ate him up. I mean, watch where the glove starts and where it ends up, and he tries to flip it over right at the last minute to make a play. I think he thought this ball was going to pop up. It did. It hit right off the lip. Right off the lip, and it kept it down. So he had it popping a little bit higher. Instead, it hits the lip and goes right through the wickets into left field.
9th error of the season. Charge at TJ Pompey. That's 10th most in the SEC.
And I'm working on a theory.
All right.
I'm going to see if this plays out. So my man down the left field line got the foul ball. I'm going to assume that it's his parents behind. Okay. Turn around and gave the ball to his mom. If that is part of the plan, he's going to have they're going to have a bucket full of baseballs when they go at it. I mean, that's brilliance right there.
Maybe he's trying to trade the ball for a bite of the chicken sandwich.
No, I'm telling you what he's doing. He's trying to fill his room with them right now. And otherwise, you can't put them in your pocket. You're going to get in trouble as a ball boy. But what you can do is you can have your parents sit directly behind you. And every time you can just give each one. Now, the game will see whether the theory tests itself out right here. But I'm feeling pretty strong about this one. That's advanced.
It's a thinking man's game. First offering low to Casey Borba. Borba with the hot shot up the middle off the foot of Hunter Dietz. He's 1 for 1 today. We've got him on tape.
If we're building a case, this is Exhibit A. Okay. See, and she's acting surprised. That's part of the whole ruse here. We're just
right in her pocket. What about that chicken you promised me?
Got to get the 5. We told you what the rules are.
Watching on the ESPN app. One and two to Borba. Are you trying to get the kid fired?
No,
it's a non-paying gig.
I smell what he's cooking, and I'm all in on the recipe. I think it's brilliant. I just want to see if it actually plays out. There should be no punishment for a wonderful idea.
Swing and a miss. 5 Ks for Eves. Camden Kojal, the power hitting middle infield for Arkansas, due up third for the Hogs. Going to move into Spanberger territory. MVP of the 2017 SEC tournament. Arkansas played in the final that year. That is best of anybody so far. And first pitch in for a strike. Brought to Kennett, Missouri, Reese Robinette. Spanberger hit .421 in the tournament in 17. And that monster game came against Auburn. That was a tournament record for home runs and RBIs. Clipped it.
Quick pitched him too. There's every once in a while when guys do that, you're going to mess up because your body just doesn't have quite enough time to get that arm synced up. Some kind of onesie twosie go.
Did you drop a onesie twosie?
and then go. Yeah, that's what that is. Everybody knows that.
It's kind of like the pass rush, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Backyard two-hand touch. Here's
those days.
Damian Ruiz. Arkansas's had a lot of moving parts, and it's batting order and bullpen and rotation this year. Part of the reason they lost 12 games at home, which is a rarity. Robinette seeing action at first. They played a couple of guys over there. Ruiz has settled in and left.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
What's the ball boy's going to do?
Come on, come on. Oh.
Well, that could
He's in on it. He's in on it. Now, I mean,
maybe he's throwing you off the scent. Low to Ruiz, who was a Southland Conference Hitter of the Year at Lamar, first team All Southland honors. Drew nearly twice as many walks as strikeouts last year for Lamar. He'd been out with a patella strain for a couple of weeks. And he bounces one up the middle. Chance for 2, 4, 6, 3. And a tumbling reception by Larson. So that'll help out when you're facing Camden Kogel with the bases empty. Take you back to 2017. Chad Spanberger, right field, center field. Eventually, 3 home runs in the game. By the way, this was a combined no-no. Dom Toccolini, Matt Cronin, and Josh Albarius, excuse me, for Arkansas. That's a good night at the ballpark.
that's a short post-game speech right there.
Here's what Spanberger did that was so impressive. His home runs came in his first 3 at-bats in the tournament. Welcome to Hoover.
And everybody forgets about the no-hitter.
Right. Already 5 ribbies. How do you pitch to a guy who's already gone yard twice?
Ideally, you get the 2 guys out in front of him. And that's where you start with. That was yesterday. This is today. And this one goes really far. I didn't think to put like netting over the speakers out there because, well, they have netting, but no fence.
And smokes one into center field.
Boring. 105 off the bat to center.
What a letdown.
I'd say he's pretty comfortable in the box right now.
Got the Jordan tongue wag after. So here's Helfrich. Oh for 2 with a strikeout. Caught Gage Wood's no-hitter last year in Omaha against Murray State. And Phillies are playing great baseball right now. There is a lot of Gage Wood hype in the Phillies organization. Jumped up to Double-A. Not a bad start for Cam Kogel.
Remember last year, probably halfway through the season, we went down to do a series at Arkansas. We're walking to CDVH and walked past Matt Hobbs' office. They said, "How are you?" And he didn't even answer the question other than to say Gage Wood. Okay.
Pretty excited.
He's on your team. I can understand why that puts you in a good mood.
He motored through high A. Gage Wood so far this season struck out 40 of the first 105 batters he faced.
That's why you get a short-term lease.
Yes. Have air mattress will travel. 0-2 to Helfrich will wait. Snap throw. What'd you think about Helfrich behind the plate in that no-no?
His explanation of what they threw was a riot afterwards. He goes, it was just fastball middle. And Gage Wood would just rip it as hard as he possibly could at the top of the zone. And they did it for 3 hours straight.
Helfrich with a strikeout and a pop out so far. The breaking ball stays up in the zone. 2-2. Helfrich was 0 for 2 against Tennessee with a couple of walks. And that will close the fourth. Double play helped. And another K for Luke Harrison. We'll hear from the head hog, Dave Van Horn, with Chris Budden when we return.
Van Horn, I know it's early, but what do you know about the extent of Hunter Dietz' injury?
Well, thank goodness he's going to be okay. I mean, we were just hoping it wasn't fractured, and it's not. You know, they've already x-rayed it, so it looks like we're good there. Just kind of sore.
How do you manage the bullpen moving forward?
Well, you know, we brought in, obviously, Eves did a great job, and now we're going with Gackle. A lot of people thought we were going to start Gackle tomorrow, and we would have. We didn't have to use him today, but, you know, we just want to win this game, and we'll move on from there. And I will say this about Dietz. He was sick as a dog, and we didn't know it till 5 minutes before the game. And he was in there dry heaving. Right before the game, one of the coaches heard it, went in there, and he's like, I don't feel real good. So we just need to get him right.
I do want to ask you about Cam Kojal. It seems like over the last 2 days he wants to get back to his hometown of Omaha. What have you seen from him, particularly the power?
Pretty much amazing, and done a lot of the damage with 2 strikes. I like to just kind of shorten that stroke up a little bit, waiting for a good pitch. And, man, that one that went off that speaker out there, I don't know if I've seen one hit that hard here.
We've done the research. There's only been about 2 since this place opened in 1988. We appreciate the time, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Guys.
All right, thanks, Chris. You said Steele Eves was dry heaving, so was the fan base and maybe the coaching staff when this happened back in the first inning with Hunter Dietz on the mound. X-rays negative.
I mean, we got microphones all over the place, but that's not a sound you want to hear right there. Yeah, finally they get good news from the X-ray machine.
Could have heard that in Montgomery. So Gabe Gackle takes over for Arkansas. 11 starts to his name this season and back out of the bullpen for the first time since the Missouri series in late April.
This is big time stuff, man. It has bounced back and forth between a starting role, bullpen role. Generally has looked a lot more comfortable when he's come out of the bullpen.
And Adrian Rodriguez flies it to right. Zach Stewart, 1 down. Is it the velocity that plays up out of the bullpen that makes Gackle more comfortable or more effective?
Control. It's been more control of the stuff, because if he's in the zone, he's not going to give up too many hits, man. It is mid to upper 90s. That was an 89-mile-an-hour changeup right there to Rodriguez. The breaking ball is hammer. You know, if they had depth in the weekend rotation, and they really haven't past Dietz, then you probably put him back in the bullpen for sure.
Yeah.
But he could be a swing guy when they get into the postseason, depending on. I mean, that's the thing for Arkansas. Being a 1 seed, being a 2 seed could make a real difference as far as who they pitch game 1 in the region.
Here's Ethan Mendoza, 0 for 1 with a pop up to short. Gackle lost his footing. Gackle got the start at Kentucky, went 5 1/3, allowed 2 runs on 7 hits, and well, footing looked fine. He just lost his balance. Dave Van Horn needs a moment of zen. Dietz got hit. Eves got hit. Gackle's fallen off the mound. And they're leading by 5.
Right.
Just get me to next week. Preferably with a couple of wins. '97 out of the zone. And a 1-out walk to Mendoza brings Ashton Larson up. Larson transferred into Texas from LSU. He's given them some defensive versatility. He had never played first base before earlier this season, and then got thrown into the fire in the A&M series. Told us in, he said, I'm learning something new every day at first. That went off of his foot. And so now with Borba moved over to the hot corner, Becerra shifted to second. Larson back at first base.
Here's the good one. It's that good power breaking ball that Gackle has. We've already seen a fastball up to 97. It's the walk number that's got him this year. 31 walks in 61 2/3, and now another walk in this inning.
Chase 95 up in the zone.
And look at how we're changing eye levels back to back. It's a swing and miss breaking ball that ends up down and out of the zone, but it looks like a strike out of his hand. And this is what you got to guard against, that elevated fastball at 95 that just stays up and out of the zone, and Larson can't hold off.
And the 9-hole hitter Darian Pendergrass. Just his 7th start of the season. Mentioned earlier he was a late addition to this Texas roster. He was sitting in the portal. Texas had a need.
They were concerned about outfield depth. If they had any injuries, and now Pendergrass has stepped in. They love the defense. They love his ability to control the bat. So if they got to move somebody over or bunt for a hit, you saw him show in this at bat already.
Jonah Williams, a football player, injured his shoulder going after a foul ball against USC Upstate. And Pendergrass came back from a back injury and then a hamstring injury. 2 years at Spartanburg Methodist and College of Charleston. His late brother Darrell played at Claflin in his home state of South Carolina. One of its 5 siblings. Pitch in there for a strike on the breaking ball. And back-to-back Ks for Gackle. 4 innings complete, 6-1 Arkansas. More power coming for the Hogs.
If we can get that game for a few innings, that will be spectacular.
Yesterday, then Stewart just about hit his face. There was the second. Then Stewart hit it in the trees. That was the third. Then Poppy came up, hits the fourth of the game, and one hops a Mazda out in the parking lot. It was over 1,700 feet of home runs yesterday for the Hawks, and they've hit 2 more of them today.
Man. Second game today will be Auburn and Texas A&M. What's your take on power surge we've seen
here?
Yeah, or overall.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's a ton more than here it is, but it doesn't feel like over the course of the season it's a ton more than last year. I know it's up some. Caleb Rogers is on for the second time this season. The only previous appearance was last game of the series last weekend. It's a mid-90s fastball for Rogers.
Stewart 0 for 2 tonight. Couple of strikeouts, both swinging. Want to reach the seats. Clear the mechanism. Strikes out Zach Stewart.
This kid faced one hitter the whole year.
One guy.
Cutter at 90, elevates at 96, and then has that thing. Top to bottom breaking ball at 80 miles an hour. Doesn't it feel like this happens every year we come here? Somebody trots out there and you're like, I haven't seen him all year. And they go, oh, we see you again.
DJ Poppy's got a double and a strikeout to his name today. .95 at the top of the zone.
He's gonna smile.
What do you think he's picturing when he closes his eyes?
He's not picturing your golf swing.
It's so unfair.
Certainly.
That would go back to the dry heaving Dave Van Horn was talking about. Be careful. You close your eyes when there's a runner on. Poppy with a base hit on the breaking ball. Due from Jason Bradley. Problem with Happy Gilmore's happy place, if that's what you envision, is there is also the devil on the other shoulder. Can get you out of whack real quick. Here's Nolan Souza. Picturing 95 right down Main Street.
It's interesting. You look at Texas's pitching staff. Max Grubbs is now out for the year, and this Caleb Rogers had not pitched the entire season. They potentially was going to redshirt it, but with Grubbs out, Max Wiener, Jim Schlossnagle had a discussion with him. He had been throwing really well in midweek games, and stuff plays.
Well, and here's the other element. And Jim Schlossnagle talked about this. He is so confident. It's a pretty close move.
It's also really good footwork by Larson because he came in and went back, and it's a great way to sell the pick.
He's so confident that NCAA is going to go to 5-year residency, essentially. Pitches in for a strike, throw to second is high. That you're not burning a red shirt because once we get new legislation passed, there will be no such thing as a red shirt.
Fair.
So 5 years to play 4, or 5 to 5, whatever they come up with. Pretty good jump for Poppy.
16-18 now on the year in stolen bases.
Through the backside. Poppy will be stopped at third by Bobby Wernis, and Arkansas has runners at the corners.
100 miles an hour off the bat, but watch the break of Poppy right here. He froze thinking there was a chance that the play was going to be made, but it was hit so hard, no way. If he's going on the bat, maybe you take a chance. Right there, Pack was playing fairly decently. Deep out in left field, but instead Bobby Wernis puts the stop side on. First and third one out here for the Hogs.
Well, Luke Harrison threw 31 pitches over 2 innings. Did you expect him to go a little bit farther?
No, and if Falanis comes in, I think it's probably the same thing. It's 6 outs, 25 to 35 pitches probably would be ideal.
The part that surprises me, I understand they had a goal to get Rogers some work. That's a cool tee for half the fans here. Is that they didn't go to Valanis with a clean inning?
Well, I think they will. I mean, when they go to him,
I just thought they'd go those two back to back. What do I know? Like a new is 1 for 2.
It's a logical thought.
Not a word that's usually applied to me, but thank you. Eight home runs, 44 driven in. You know, our friends at True Media do a fantastic job offering up incredible statistical whatever I'm saying, on these players. And I just instinctually went to look up Caleb Rogers, forgetting that he'd only faced 1 batter.
Here's a sheet.
7 pitches?
Yes. Go.
Two
right here. Just do this. Look at it right there.
Yeah, show the camera. Go. Show the camera with this scatter.
We got a scatter chart down there too. Look at this.
Wow. You pay for color copies, huh?
I guess I did in this case. Expense report.
2-1 to nil. He is low and away. New struck out looking to end the first and had a 2-out single last time up. And a walk will load the bases. But do you think Max Wiener has anything to do, or how much impact does he have on this whole Zen-like move for Caleb Rogers where he closes his eyes before the pitch?
I would say 100%. Yes, 100%.
Ethan Walker getting loose. Looks like they'll go there now. Cade Stewart. And then got Poppy. Poppy delivered a single. Souza the single and a walk to New. And a season high 15 pitches thrown by Caleb Rogers. The loaded hats are out. Bases are loaded for Arkansas with one down in the fifth. Back to the pit.
I feel like something's happening.
What you up to over there, Sarge?
Nothing. Watching the game.
Gotcha. I didn't know if you were eating or something.
Nope. Just letting the game play out. Just watching our numbers climb.
I'm currently eating your favorite kind of food.
I'm just not trying to jinx it. D Black, I haven't been talking much, and we and we've been winning, so just kind of letting it play out.
Well, you talking more than the last stream and move on.
I need you to shut up, sir, and eat your food.
Hey, I'm just going off of what Stillerton said.
That's why I just said what I said. I got to be that tyrant again every once in a while.
In the first semi, and we get A&M and Auburn later tonight. We're pushed back about 90 minutes due to thunderstorms rolling through central Alabama. Ethan Walker, Texas Longhorn, enters, 6-foot junior, 1-1 at an ERA of 3 even. And the bases are loaded for Arkansas and Carter Rutenbar.
Well, we appreciate that.
For the 21st time this year, he's only thrown 15 innings, so it's been primarily a matchup guy. Nobody else up and warming other than throwing a football in the Texas Longhorn bullpen right now. We're moving around.
A lot of room at the end of the bat handle for Rutenbar, and he fights this one off into the seats. 1-2. Rutenbar 0 for 2. Pretty good battle here. Good matchup.
It is a good matchup, and for the freshman Rutenbar, this is one that Arkansas is pretty excited about. He's worked his way into being a regular. Now will absolutely be a regular with the injury to Kahio Aloy.
Slider misses away, 2-2. Lefty's hitting only 190 against that sinker from Ethan Walker. They've jumped on the slider a time or two. Poked through the hole on the left
There we
side.
go.
One run home, and Poppy. Souza stops at second.
Get the
And Carter
merry-go-round
Rutenbar with
going.
an RBI single to add to the Arkansas
That's big
lead.
for
You can see the
Rutenbar.
approach
He
the
needed
entire
that.
bat from Rutenbar was focused on taking the ball the other way. If there's a mistake in, you react to it. But with that low slot arm angle and really everything out of way, this was the intent. Try to drive it the other way. If you got something that was elevated enough to go with, that's a really good piece of hitting by the freshman left-hander right there.
This is for you, Brian. Reese
So now
steps
Reese
in,
Robinette with the bases
takes a
juiced.
pitch high. Count is 0-1, or 1-0. Robinette's batting .250 on the year with one
Reese
home run,
base
20
twice already, a
RBIs.
walk and a hit by pitch.
Looks at pitch.
Went
Swings
soft on him, and that one
down the
launched
line
foul.
and foul.
Well, if there's anybody really dialed into this Reese Robinette at bat against Texas, it's
Takes another pitch
David
off
Nail.
his leg.
That
It's a
one
dead
grounded
ball.
off his foot. Nail, the country music star, good friends
Count
with
goes
Jim
to 1-2.
Schlossnagle and fellow Kennett,
As the Hogs
Missouri
lead
native.
7-1 at top of the fifth.
Look at you. He's probably watching.
Expect the text in 3, 2, probably backstage before he goes out. He's on
Umpire
the road
sweeps
right
the
now.
plate
Saw him
to
in
give
Nashville. He was
Reese
there for
time
the
to
Texas
shake it
series
off.
against Vanderbilt. Also home to Cheryl Crow. Johnny Cash's boyhood home is around the corner in Arkansas. Tina Turner's museum is up in Brownsville, Tennessee. That's a pretty good quadrant.
Reese steadies.
1-2. Blown
Looks at a
away.
pitch low and away. Count is now 2-2.
Souza the runner at third. New is at second after a walk, and Rutenbar with an RBI single. 2-2 to Robinette.
He swings the pitch up the middle.
Sliding stop over to first. Got him. Fantastic play. Gets a run home, but Adrian Rodriguez showing
RBI
range.
ground out.
You see it so often when
It's
the
now
shift is
8-1.
on. It was right here. Rodriguez started on the second base side of second. Sometimes you're forced to make some plays that you're just not used to doing. And that was the case right here for Rodriguez.
Cement mixer running down the first base line. Good thing he's
on the
hurt.
shortstop side, you got to deal with the runner who ends up sliding, but
Or not
still
hurt, but has that
in
bad
your line
right
of
knee.
sight. That is a heck of a play by the Texas shortstop.
Jim Schlossnagle out one more time. Hogs
That at bat was brought to you by Brian.
on a roll here early, up by touchdown. Ruiz will be the 7th batter of the inning. We'll tell you about the new Texas reliever in a
And we
moment.
wait for another pitching change. Pitching change number 10.
At least he pitched to a couple different people, though.
Not that guy. It was just one batter.
Was it?
Yeah, Smiley guy went out, and then he come in, pitched to Reese, and now they're getting another guy. Or it could have been two guys. I don't know.
Absolutely, Brandon. We will be.
Yeah, Brandon. We'll be doing football shows, the live games.
Hard to do baseball shows because there's so many games.
Yeah, it's just too many games back to back to back for me to do shows. I had to stay up doing prep on shows all day, every day. Grandbaby's doing good. Dale's growing like a weed. And
That thing I
I
sent
stand
you-
corrected. Drew B tells me I don't know what I'm talking about. He did pitch to Rutenbar too. The chat does not let me get away with nothing. They keep me on my toes.
Here, I'll step in for Joe G right here. Sarge may not always be right, but he's never wrong.
There you go.
I didn't see the smiley picture. I was picking up the Mexican food.
He was a little weird, like Malik for sure with his little daydreaming.
For a chance to host, here's what's happening this week. Kansas is 1-0 in the Big 12 tournament. Oregon is in the Big 10 tournament. Oregon State is idle. And Ole Miss lost to Missouri to start this tournament. So Arkansas with an opportunity to leapfrog the Rebels.
And Arkansas did take 2 out of 3 from Ole Miss this year. It was in Fayetteville in early May. Oregon State.
Come on, 2 out, rally the score up.
I don't know
Appreciate
if that's
that,
a
Brandon.
positive or a negative. It'll be interesting to see how the
I
committee
think we
looks
have a
at that.
possibility to have two different starters, but one's going to be the definite starter.
Big old freshman that can run it up there. It's mid to upper 90s for Crossland.
We will get all into that, Zach, in about
primarily fastball cutter. You will see some sliders.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yep.
Generally, those first 2.
Nah, you good, Malik?
And Damian Ruiz.
You old school, man. You've been with us from the jump.
Same with Angel.
Yep. Angel has 2.
Wins against Tennessee. Didn't get a hit with 2 outs tonight already. 4 for 8.
Not Arkansas country boy with the positivity.
Showed you Oregon in the Big 10 tournament today. Southern Cal blanked Michigan State 7-0. And here shortly Purdue and UCLA will get started, and then later Michigan and Nebraska. 3 games in Omaha in the Big 10 tournament today. 3-0.
This C is going to be an intriguing 2 seed because it looks like that's what they will be because they're not going to ship them to UCLA. If Oregon State hosts, they potentially go there. Otherwise, they're heading east somewhere. And it's a pitching staff that is among the best in the country. Mason Edwards leads the country in strikeouts.
And 1 to Ruiz.
Yes, Chase Beats will be fine. He was just actually sick today also. They said he was dry heaving in the bathroom right before the game started, so it's probably a blessing that he's not pitching. He didn't look like he was on it, and that's why he was just
That'll
sick.
load him up again. And it'll load it off with the most
Here
dangerous
comes
hitter
the
in Hoover.
Armadillo
David
man.
Kojal.
Can he
Started
get a grand
losing
slam?
It's a busy start to the day. Get it off. Everything started with a 2-run shot in the first. Back it up with a 3-run shot that will cause somebody to go to Best Buy tomorrow and replace a speaker in dead center. So 2 for 2, a driven in 5. And a single in his 3rd at bat.
Speaker City still open, or is that fictitious?
It should be.
First pitch strike to Kojal.
Looked like it was well run.
Cody, I'd go to Nebraska.
He's got 2 grand slams already this season and is 4 for 9 with the bases loaded, equaling 15 RBI. Crossland fools him, 0-2.
20-mile-an-hour difference between that slow curveball and a fastball that has already bumped 98 today for Crossland with it directly over the top release point.
Crossland would probably kill at one of those axe throwing places.
Don't put that fastball down a little lower than that because he's going to put it out there in the woods.
He'd be your first draft pick.
Yeah, you can't throw an axe 3/4.
No.
They'll try to sneak it by him. 0-2. Mm. 97 up top, and Kojal retired with the bases loaded. Crossland hit the bullseye.
Yeah, this is a talented freshman right here, and a part of this Texas bullpen that has been so good all year. 97 elevated to strike out Kojal and lead him loaded, but the Hogs had 2 more.
Good Lord, that was at his eyeballs.
Ashton, I feel for you, brother. Yeah, he went outside himself on that at bat. With the bases loaded. No, that wasn't a strike. That was definitely a ball. That was high. That was eye level. That's kind of like Arkansas kryptonite right now, is that high fastball. Ryder can't leave it alone. Stewie can't leave it alone.
That was Aloy's specialty, is those high fastballs.
Camden can't leave it alone. So, but the thing about that, though, is if you don't get it up high enough, though, they deposit it into the forest. So it's with home runs, you're going to get strikeouts. It's just the way it is. You just got to live with it. Dale, I don't think none of us are having problems hearing it. It's turned up as far as it'll go.
Seven-seed Arkansas.
If you need to try to bounce out of the stream and come back in to see if it helps.
This season.
Make sure you got your volume turned on the stream.
Long story history between these programs.
Sometimes YouTube acts crazy.
Texas leads the old-time series 76-42. This is the 119th meeting between the two.
Man, we've only got one hit so far.
They met 20 times in the old Southwest Conference tournament. Texas won 16 of those matchups.
I'm not an announcer, so there's no jinx here.
1-0 from Gabe Gackel to Aiden Robbins, who is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. Robbins' dad is a Yankees fan. He took over that fandom as well. When he was at Seton Hall, they would finish up practice and take the train over. Make it to the stadium to watch the Yankees. 2-1. His Yankees got Garrett Cole back.
Yankees playing pretty good baseball.
Top of the zone for a strike, 2-2. Wow. That's great directing. We talk Yankees, he shows Red Sox. Robbins dispatched, third strikeout for Gackel, third straight.
This is what makes Gackel so appealing when you put him out there. If he's finding the zone and can get to 2 strikes and then can rip the slider like he did right there, it's tough to lay off and it's really tough to put in play. Robbins was up in the count 2-1, then swings right through a 2-2 slider.
First pitch strike to Tourney. All right, here's your Red Sox tie-in. Former Vanderbilt outfielder Mike Yastrzemski had a monster game for the Braves last night. 3 for 3 with a homer, double, and a couple of ribbies. Foul territory. Robinette and Helfrich. Robinette and Robinette now takes it. They were on a collision course there for a second before Helfrich put on the brakes.
Could be a healthy collision.
Not much help from the visiting dugout.
No.
That, you know, that strikes me as something. I'm just thinking out loud here. If you're in the dugout and the opposing team's chasing a foul pop up, I could imagine you throwing some language out there to try to fool them. Me.
It's out, it's out, it's out.
Anthony Pack looks at a knee-high strike from Gackel. Scored a run in the first. And a bases loaded walk after he'd reached on a fielder's choice, beating out a would be double play. To the right side from the grass, Souza. 1, 2, 3 frame. 5 innings complete. Dylan Belantis
really good.
is coming out of the Texas bullpen. Their ace will be pitched.
Well, they're bringing their ace out to finish the game, eh?
Well, they're just trying to get him some innings. They said like 35 pitches. They're not really doing anything to try to win this game. To the simple fact is they got nothing to lose and nothing to gain. They're going to host. They're going to be the #1 seed. So to them, it's not no big deal.
Well, I mean, we win this game, we might be hosting.
We'd be in the conversation. I don't know if it'd still be enough, but we'd be in the conversation.
I know the local businesses around Fayetteville would much appreciate that.
I don't know, Pacer, but I'll take him doing it right now now to the end of the year and be just fine.
I think we talked about it quite a bit, and you stated before, and I think Connor told us a lot that Gabe is better out of the bullpen.
Yeah, some guys just have that mentality. They just don't know how to start a game. It's just different. Hey, Steven, how you doing? Doing good.
Doing pretty good.
I'm assuming you're in Hoover, Alabama. Hopefully watching Micah.
Boy, that's a lot of traveling. Australia to Arkansas. Oh, my. I couldn't imagine.
Some work this weekend.
I would love to see those frequent flyer
So there's some people
miles.
watching right now who are saying, if you're going to throw Dylan Belantis in this game, why not start him? He's been a starter throughout the course of the season, and Jim Schlossnagle talked to us about it, and he answered the question Chris Button earlier twofold. Number one, they wanted to see how Cody Howard would do as a starter.
Sneak
Part
into
of
a
that was
host, and he'll be
going
back.
through the routine of starting a game, the warm-up in the bullpen, the stretching before, all of that. And the other side of the coin, Belantis knows how to relieve, but also getting him a rep as a reliever. So you're able to check a couple of boxes in a game that doesn't carry much weight as a data point for Texas's postseason assignment. Is it a fair summation?
Yeah, I think you did all right.
Thank you. 6th in the country in ERA. Through 97 pitches against Missouri last time out, K to 11 against just 1 walk. That was 7 innings of work, only 2 hits allowed.
It feels like it was a 2-horse race for SEC pitcher of the year. It was
Beats is sick.
and Aiden King.
And he got hit by a pitch or a ball off the bat.
Borba, that is a fair ball and a bullet across to retire Helfrich. Feels like you can't go wrong in that.
No, it's 1 and 1A.
Nice view from Scott Kennedy's camera.
Over's got a big time arm too. That got across there in a hurry.
If that was your shirt, as Zach Stewart stands in, coming off of a 2-home-run game, but he's got a hat trick going, I dare to ask, but in front of the baseball, what would the word be for you, drink of choice?
Dare to ask.
You're not much of a coffee guy.
Fountain Diet Coke. How about that? Stop at the same place every day on the way to the ballpark.
They see you coming?
They just bring it out now. It's great.
They yell Norm when you walk in the door.
And Out they come.
All 3 strikeouts swinging for Stewart. Deep into the corner. Pack on the run. It is foul, and Pack comes up just short.
Our car ride today, gentlemen, over to the ballpark, KP and I debated who has the best fountain Diet Coke. That was our conversation.
Well, we know it's McDonald's, no
That's
questions
what
asked.
I said.
That was her argument.
That was my argument.
Stop on the way back. I'm going to prove both of you wrong.
Is that a magic cup or is that just a cup?
Not just a cup. Magic comes later. After dark.
We'll get to after dark because we got a late start today. Still 1 more to go to set up the semifinal for tomorrow. Chris, what can you tell us about Kyle's parking job when you guys arrived in the rainstorm?
Is it still there?
No.
If it hasn't been towed.
Has it been moved by people that were forced to move it?
No, it was under their own volition.
He was being a gentleman. It was raining. I didn't particularly feel like getting wet.
Is that your
I didn't think they
Chevy?
moved it there.
Well, a gentleman, Chris, would have dropped you off and then moved to a legal parking spot. Instead, he just, if I read it right, he just threw it on the sidewalk.
What on a sidewalk? It's just under the overhang.
That looks like a Kyle Peterson parking job right there.
It's got to be inventive. That's all. The lines are there. It's merely a suggestion.
You're not the only one in these parking lots. Swing and a miss for Stewart. He is 0 for 4. 4 Ks all swinging.
It's pretty awesome what Volantis has done the last 2 years at Texas. And last year was kind of a Swiss Army knife out of the bullpen. Ended up in the closer role, but they could bring him in the 5th if they wanted to. And then this year plugged him right into the starter's role. And he wasn't pitching game 1 until about midway through the season, but they flipped that. It's also the depth of this Texas staff that gives Jim Schlossnagle so much flexibility when they go into next weekend, not needing to really being comfortable with any of the 3 if Riojas is healthy.
That's a big question mark around this program right now, and they'd love for him to gain some strength by resting a little bit. Thousand Oaks, California's hometown, out of Westlake High School. He was the National Freshman of the Year last year. First team All-American. Led all freshmen in whip and saves last season.
Erupt, Pompey.
Seems like he pitches with a slow heartbeat.
The times I've talked to him, I think he does everything with a slow heartbeat. It's not just when he's out there. He's got a good pace to his life. Big fountain Diet Coke guy.
Yeah, I've heard.
Diet Coke is gross. In my humble opinion.
2-2 to
Coke
Pompey,
Zero's
who's
not too
2
bad.
for 3. Swing and a miss. Volantis doing what Volantis does by ERA, the best.
It's a pretty good pitcher right here, Sarge.
Over the last 2 seasons. Number 99 getting.
That would be why he is their Friday nighter. Well, you could look at that 2 ways, Brian. To win it all, you're probably going to have to face the number 1 seed overall, most likely. You know, anytime. They could lose anytime, so you never know. But the easier route is probably the better route. I ain't gonna lie. He's fine, got a bruised foot. He was also sick. So it's kind of a blessing that he's not pitching.
Also like Mountain Dew. Zero.
Dr. Pepper Zero was the best and only soda that anybody should ever drink.
You remember Dr. Pepper 10?
Yes.
Had that Dr. Pepper strawberry and whipped cream.
Yeah, it was gross.
Oh, it was so sweet.
All right, so Dr. Pepper, you got to stop now. Stretch it.
Did you like
What'd
the
you say?
slaps on that video?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. We got beauty queens in the house.
Royalty in the house.
Oh,
Babes and
look at the
babes.
Dude.
Here's Temo Becerra. Did I ever tell you about
Imagine if we'd have just
the
seen
beauty
him
queen that
coat
I
his dad's
interviewed during a minor league
face?
game?
No.
It's in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and they wanted to bring her around as a promotional tour. She was Miss Bikini Wahine.
Okay.
So she was in the booth. She was a student at NC State. She was in
I've drinking the Surge before.
we're doing interviews. Okay. She was a literal rocket scientist.
Remember
And
Surge?
Miss Bikini Wahine. I don't know if that pageant is still around, but
My guess would be no.
maybe not.
That's the whole story.
Well, we talked jet propulsion. I just thought it was quite the balance.
Who remembers
to
Volt?
have that title and be a rocket
It's not even-
scientist
I
at the same
mean,
time.
it's not that old.
Half
They
dozen
don't
home
make it
runs
no
for
more.
Becerra. He's drawn a walk and reached on an error. 1-2.
Dr. Thunder. Jolt.
Season didn't end as the Longhorns wanted last year with so much going for them, and regular season champs in their first year in the Southeastern Conference.
I was so poor. I just had
What's
cans
the
that
key for
said
them
soda.
surviving their
White
regional
cans
this year?
that just
I
said
think they'd
soda.
be just fine if UTSA didn't show up. Because that's who ended up knocking them out and advancing out of that Austin region. I think one of the keys is Ruger Riojas. And the health of Riojas.
Fishman with the super chat for $5 says, I just got here. How do we score the runs, Sarge?
You'd prefer to have
Camden Koziel scored the runs on home runs. A 2-run homer and a 3-run homer.
Casey Borba lines one up the middle. He's hit a couple of rockets today.
And then a couple other
There's a period
hits
during the season that
drove
Casey
in
Borba
runs.
was struggling pretty decently. Then you look up
Camden
right
did
now.
the run of the
So
work.
OPS over 1,000. He's got 17 home runs. He's got 2 more hits today. Plays a solid third base, and he's
Appreciate that super chat.
one of the
Fishman.
guys that can lengthen this Texas offense, which I think they're going to need. If
I drink a
they're
lot of
gonna make
garden
a
hose
deep
water
run.
too. Absolutely.
1-2 punch at the top is great, but they're going to need production from others.
I did too when I worked
Here's
some
Adrian
construction.
Rodriguez. Yeah, Borba feels like just overall a streaky hitter.
All right. Texas
Texas
with their
Texas
last
is
challenge.
challenging the call of strike.
They're gonna get this one. This one was pretty low, I think.
What's your guess?
It's a ball.
I think it was down.
What's your umpiring background?
Ryder is good at framing.
Valley Little League. Umpired 7 and 8-year-olds. I was at 12.
Yeah.
Parents had to take me to the umpire coordinator's house and pick up like the pillow,
The chest
guard
protector?
thing every time we went, because they never trusted any of us to actually take those home. So you had to go knock on his door and go get it out of the garage and throw it at you. And you'll get yelled at by 7-year-olds.
Comebacker to second for one. Little wide. Great footwork and a little late over at first.
That could have been a disaster, but at least we got the one out.
Pretty good work by Kozel right there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he can't finish off the double play, but that out of the hand of Gackel looks like this one may be sailing into center field. And we've talked about it plenty. Like Camp Kozel, he didn't play shortstop in college ball until this
Let's
year.
take in the
More on the second base side or just hit first. Instead,
run
Van Horn likes just the layout of this team better if Kozel's at shortstop, and he has done a very workman's job out there this year.
Ethan Mendoza at the plate. You know, you're talking about UTSA. There's another team kind of floating under the radar that's going to come in as a 2 seed and may not be limited to the West Coast, and that's UC Santa Barbara, who has Jackson, Florida, is going to be a top 5 pick. He is their ace, and if you got to go head-to-head with Florida, good night. Kozel backhanded.
Now you got to pick.
Good job by Reese Robinette.
Reese.
No runs, a hit, 1 left on. We've got 6 complete. Cam and Kozel doing it.
We'll take that.
Cleaned up those throwing errors from the Kentucky game.
Everything seems to be working out for us today. Well, that was actually Eagles. That was, if you're gonna bounce one to your first baseman, that was probably the best way to do it. Is it bounced far enough out that he was able to, catch it easily. It's them short hops that tend to make the first base. When you handcuff the first baseman, they is when they have a hard time picking them.
The name, Drewby.
Yeah, it's just Texas, man. And Greg, they have been suspect pretty much all year from Cam over at shortstop. Yeah, I mean, that's just because he's used to making, throws from second. So, but as the year goes along, you would think that arm would start getting used to making them throws a little bit. But if you ain't got the arm strength, I don't care how much you play there, it just ain't going to happen.
That's why we needed Brumbaugh to be a successful hitter, but
yeah, he goes. He rushed it.
It is
he
not
had time.
in
He could
relation
have
to
gathered
Ricky
himself and made a
Vaughn
stronger throw.
From
sure,
Major
but,
League.
yeah.
He actually says he's very different from Wild Thing. He's a very cool, calm demeanor, unlike Ricky Vaughn in the movie Boys.
Yeah, he hasn't spent time in the California Penal League.
Stole a car.
I hope you get feeling better, Ozzy.
How'd you get there? Stole a car. Never heard of it.
Yeah, I feel you, Ozzy. I hope you get to feeling better, brother. Although, with you being quiet, we are winning 8-1. So
Every line from that movie.
8-1, go for it.
We need some more silent treatment.
We might need some more silent Ozzy.
Remember when we were
Get us to Omaha.
baseball? We interviewed Corbin Burnson.
Yeah.
Do you think his zombie baseball movie ever got made?
Shockingly, I haven't seen it.
He promised us roles as the announcers. I'm sure he remembers.
I've been waiting by the phone.
Sousa's got a couple of knocks tonight. Arkansas plated 3 in the first and 3 in the second to build a 6-1 lead. Had a couple more in the fifth. Three straight strikeouts for Dylan Volantis.
You just don't see comfortable at bats against him. And it's not like he's out there throwing 98.
Had those before.
But it moves all over the place.
Yeah,
The combination of the three is as comfortable as you
take
can.
a pain pill.
There's a little Max Wiener.
Drink some NyQuil and just head to bed.
Inhale, exhale right before you go. And
that's what I do.
Finishes it off. I just do whatever that guy does.
Come on, Micah. Let's get another hit, buddy.
Second season as the pitching coach. That new age philosophies for Max Wiener.
Now I think they're just wanting to say it.
I haven't done a million Texas games this year. I haven't seen many eephus pitches this year. We saw a few last year.
I haven't seen one this year.
Volantis has notched double-digit strikeouts in 4 of his last 5 starts.
That breaking ball is devastating.
That's his 4th K in this one, 4 consecutive.
He's went 3 straight cutters against Micah Newman. And
nasty work
right
by him.
over the top of it.
For sure.
87 miles an hour. It's got enough down to it. It's moving away from the left-handed hitters. 4 straight strikeouts, all swinging for Volantis. Now it's Carson Tinney's good at catching the low strike. I'm going to show you something after this. But you're not gonna steal this pitch. Frame it up. Short hopped it, brought it all the way up and in. The last one, he's like, "I didn't work the first time. I'll get rid of it." Don't know if you don't try.
He does have quick hands. He talked in the offseason about the ability to frame, learning how to use those soft hands as a good receiver. He said, I try to move the pitch to the zone. He thinks of it like a train station. It's on the same route, just different stops along the way.
Ooh, that hurt.
That stopped when it hit
Between the shoulder blades.
God.
First base runner allowed by Volantis.
I felt
Bring
that.
Reese Robinette to the plate.
I didn't.
We showed all the cool, calm, collective breathing technique that Max Wiener teaches them, but this is what it's like pregame. Okay, we got footballs, we got blaring music, and just that's how we're entering. Right before start.
They're rocking down to Electric Avenue. Did you guys do the motorbike revving when you were playing?
And we got a guy hitting the foot today. We got a guy hitting the starfish, and now we got a guy hitting the back. They're just going after every body part for us.
I'm all for it. I mean, the stuff that Max does is
Max is the head.
cool, and obviously these kids.
Well, we don't want to see that.
No, we don't want to see that. But I'm just
We
saying.
would have had 3 speakers in the bullpen when we were warming up.
This guy's going to chew Robinette apart.
0-2 to Robinette.
Oh, he got a hit. Or
Shuffle
put
the
the bat on the
second.
ball anyway.
Go the easy way to close the 7th. Time to stretch. It'll be a late night in Hoover.
Good to see him put the bat on the ball. I know, right, Eagles? The guy's always trying to, he's trying to take our guys out.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, Drewby, I am exactly what I said. I wasn't expecting for him to even make contact against this guy, but
No, that's the coach's name.
Yeah,
Fishman.
Fishman. That's the coach's name.
He's a good first baseman, though.
Yeah,
Robinette is
he is definitely
a good first baseman.
defensive player. Yeah, Michael, our pitching has been probably the best it's been in a while. I tell you this, Gabe Gacko looks better than he has in a long time. Suppose he's a really good pitching coach, too. And probably why Texas leads the SEC in ERA because of him.
Bats, Auburn has one of the best pitching staffs in the country. Pitching versus hitting. You think he's listening to Taylor Swift?
I don't.
Yeah, and it also gives you that extra reach, too.
Start the seventh.
To maybe get that guy on a close play.
At bats will
travel. Ozzie, he's going to be. He's really good.
A&M fighting for a top 8 national seed. They got Florida on their heels. Larson 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts, one looking, one swinging. What a scene at Bluebell when we were there for the Texas series.
That was fun. Not really fun for the Horns those days, but felt like college football.
Yeah.
I thought the 12th man was going to run out of bubble juice that weekend.
I don't know what he's listening to, Ashton, but he needs to change it. That's for sure.
Gackel entered in the 4th. He's only allowed a couple of base runners, a walk and a single. Hunter Dietz started, lasted 21 pitches, then Steele Eves, and now Gackel. Larson battled injuries for LSU last year. Came over to Texas in the offseason. Nolan Cain, the third base coach, had recruited him to LSU a few years ago. Fought off to left field, diving attempt, blocked by Ruiz. He keeps it in front of him. Larson will break for second. Strong throw from Ruiz.
He's really good at bat. He fouled off a couple tough sliders, and he took a few that were swingable pitches. One he can handle right there, waits on it, drives it the opposite way. Shift onto the infield, and a pretty good breakout left, too. Just a little bit late on the dive by Ruiz. Not enough of the glove to not get by him, or Larson would have gone a lot further than that.
Kept it in front. Here's Pendergrass. 3 starts for Pendergrass against Missouri. Had a couple of hits. Mentioned the back injury that he had early in the season that tweaked his hammy on a ground ball to shortstop against Alabama. He led the state of South Carolina in stolen bases his senior year at Hartsville High School. Great name. And last year, 59 starts for the College of Charleston, was 8th in the country in swipes. Second best season on the base paths in school history. Originally coming out of high school, he was committed to South Carolina. Tim Schlossnagle and company lost a couple of outfielders that they had coming their way in the portal to the draft. And so they had room to add Pendergrass, and he goes down swinging. It's a 5th K for Gackel already.
there's a lot of left-handers that look
Yeah,
like this.
stealing.
Puts that slider where it is. I mean, you can dial up from mid-90s, and this thing is just angry when it gets to home plate. 89 miles an hour. Just about hit his back foot and swung right over the top.
Same to Aiden Robbins, 0-1.
I think we have seen the importance of this game to Arkansas based on when they brought Gackle in and how long he's been out. Because Dave Van Horn even said it when he was talking to Chris earlier. People thought he was potentially going to start tomorrow, but got him in there early. He's now gone 3 1/3, and that pitch count isn't bad at all.
He's thrown as many as 99 pitches in an outing. They came in the non-conference start against Stetson back in March and went 84 in his start at Kentucky. Swing and a miss on the slider. Back-to-back Ks. He's struck out 6 now.
Yeah, and he's got Robbins on that same pitch twice. It's the 2-strike slider that he just couldn't hold up on. So elevated fastball for the first strikeout. Then you see a whole lot of those. Slider down and away. Slider down and away. And another one to Robbins to finish him off. So the 6 strikeouts, 5 have been on that pitch right there. And I don't think any of them would have been called strikes. Just got to a 2-strike count, and then that pitch is so good, guys can't hold off.
95 over the black, 0-1 to Tourney.
Good day for that dude.
Three pitches to dispatch Tourney. We'll see Kojal due up second in the 8th. 8-1 Arkansas.
Would you say this is Gackle's best game
So far, yeah.
through these last 4 innings? Lego Sergeant says no bullets.
I did.
It came through just now. What is the Sarge eating for dinner tonight?
Spicy chicken.
Spicy chicken. I had chicken steak ranchero. Oh yeah, you should. I would think you would let him come back out and finish the game, wouldn't you, Sarge?
Nope.
You wouldn't let Gackle come out for another inning?
Yeah, one more. And I'd have somebody warming up just to back him up in case he got into trouble. But
who would you bring in?
McLovin.
McLovin. I love ranchero with the chicken, beef, bell peppers, onions on top of a bed of rice with the queso. Oh,
Michael Winter enters out of the Texas bullpen. Dylan Volantis gave him 2 scoreless.
Cam Kozel's probably okay with a pitching change right now. Michael Winter,
oh,
the
new
freshman,
pitcher.
In a role that's been his primary role this year. He has made 2 starts.
ERA?
For the 11th time, the vast majority have come out of the bullpen. It's a fastball in the mid-90s. I mean, from a velocity standpoint, he runs it up there. It's just got knocked around a little bit this year.
First offering low to Ruiz. Four strikeouts over 2 for Volantis. And the only mistake, a hit batter for the Texas ace pitching out of the bullpen.
That is a good question. Who do you think will start tomorrow, Sarge? Fisher?
Most likely.
There's that man. Ruiz sends it to right. Robbins settles underneath. Camden Kojal wasted no time. 391 feet his first time up.
Hang in there on a slider too. That's not just trying to shoot it the other way over the shortstop's head. He knew he had enough of it too. Home runs number 19 and 20 today for Kojal.
Four for 7. Two-time Nebraska Gatorade Player of the Year. Also played all over the football field. Two and 0.
Can Tate start on Sunday if we make it to Sunday, Sarge?
Banged him off the speakers.
He may be able
first
to because
time
he
up.
didn't pitch very much, but that's short rest. Usually you need 4 or 5 days. And Deeps got hurt, Richard, in the first inning. He got a line drive hit
And a steady dive
right
of
back at him, and
stuff since
he
that
was
second
also
home run.
like nauseous, really nauseous, sick before the game anyway.
So he could. So if his foot's okay, he could start Sunday. Since he only got 20 pitches in.
It's going to be pretty sore. If he can land on it without any pain, maybe.
Yeah, I mean.
Again, 2-0 slider, 2-1 slider.
Stuff on the top of the foot does not feel good.
And he hit him in the ankle.
Where'd he go
too.
here?
So, but the thing about it is,
go right back to it. We'll see if Max Wiener wants to do that.
Yeah, I would love to see us win.
Fastball, see if you can get chase. Or just stay
It was
with the
his
same
back
one.
was drive late, which is even worse because if it hurts to push off, then you're not going to be able to repeat the pitching mechanics.
Right. Because anytime I've ever dropped anything on my foot and it's been bruised, it feels like your bones are bending when you push off.
Pendergrass playing deep in center. That one ripped foul.
But they won't. I think you won't see Dietz again until the regionals. Because
Texas A&M offense that is as offensive as about any in the entire country.
Do we have a shocking start from Wiggins?
If we no,
good baseball in the second
they already
half of the
they already
SEC
said he ain't gonna pitch at all this year. I would say if
I'm not sure if there's anything
we
left there,
in a
bud.
strong conversation to host,
there is.
even after winning this game, it doesn't really matter. Because I mean, what's winning to you?
Here's Ryder Helfrich.
Cortisone shot fixes a lot of things, but a foot injury is.
Yeah.
Cortisone ain't touching that.
I don't know that they would even risk it because you're going to need him in the regionals for sure.
Come on, Ryder, you're due for one.
Yes, it is, Drewby. It is not the team. It's his handlers that will not let him pitch.
Which is ignorant.
Well,
talked about it being the year of the catcher in college baseball. We're going to see these dudes in the big leagues real soon. Von Lackey at Georgia Tech.
Won't let him pitch. They already know that he's where he's going to be drafted.
Of course, Tourney.
Runner goes. So there's value in the big leagues for catchers. There was with pitch framing coming in the forefront last handful of years or so. Are we going to see added value for guys who know the ABS?
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I mean, Daniel Jackson won the triple for his currently ahead in all Triple Crown categories in the SEC. We just talked Von Lackey. I mean, all of these guys who are on the right are all draft eligible. Yeah, I think there's value to that. I mean,
if he wants to pitch, then he needs to tell his handlers to
there was a period of time
screw
in
off.
where it felt like nobody ran, and that has definitely changed.
Doctors already cleared him, Micah.
Number 6 overall prospect in the draft and best
he's
in
100%
the SEC.
healthy. His handlers won't let him pitch.
When he drives it high to left field, Pack.
Is it
Oh, it's going to die.
Set up, Camp reaching for the wall, makes a catch. Tagging from second is Kojal.
Good way to read that, Kojal, because if it was a homer, you were going to score anyway.
2 out.
And you stayed there long enough to where if he was caught, you could tag up and move to third. That was a smart base.
103 off the bat. Back to Major League, too high. It's a little too high right there. Enough time for Pack to run under it. Long second out.
Come on, Beef Stew, you're due today, man.
That is true. We got Dossett.
Zach Stewart had a great game against Tennessee, 2 for 4, a couple of home runs.
He's another one. A ball, dude. If you need an inning or two out of the bullpen, he can do that. Now you can start him. Maybe he gives you an inning or two, maybe
down
3.
To the last ABS challenge, got a win to keep it.
Oh, they lost again.
Yeah, I knew it was a ball.
3 of those have been wrong today, buddy.
No, they did get one.
No,
Texas
I think that's a batter,
pick
though.
up another
Let's say his has all been balls.
Availability if this one goes extras. Here's the 1-0. Well, Stewart's from Lebanon, Missouri. He started his college career at Missouri State. Was the NBC Scholar Athlete.
Yeah.
And he had a huge jump after a slow
Pretty much
start
what
to the
they
season
said,
with
Greg.
the Bears.
He's made his money and he didn't have to do nothing.
And trying to get right, he went through 3 different walk-up songs to try and
No offense
find
to
his
the
rhythm.
kid, but it sounds like a waste of money.
Well, it is as a business aspect.
What would your walk-up song have been?
I don't know. I've been asked this question too. I don't know.
Well, David Horn had a great line. He's told the story.
Well,
of
I think with this new how this new
Zach was in a slump,
NIL and stuff is going to work, all these contracts that they're signing.
Let's
if
change his luck. Tell him to cut his
say
hair.
that they're not going to play, then they're not going to get paid.
That day, Zach called him and he said,
that's good. They shouldn't.
Coach Thompson said I should cut my hair.
Serious, Clark?
McNuggets.
How short do you want it?
Man, we're getting starfish hit,
I don't
peaches
really
and
care
plums
about your
hit.
hair. I could care less. I just
back
want you to start
breast,
doing what I know you can
leg
do.
bones.
Change your luck. Do something. That guy's coachable.
Yeah, he did the right something yesterday. 2 home runs yesterday, part of a 4 home run day for Arkansas.
Time for a bomb.
Got caught looking.
Oh, now I'm going to talk even more, Harley.
0 for 5 Ks for Stewart.
This is my channel, sir.
He's going to ask somebody to break out the Floby after tonight.
With the chatter. I didn't know this was Hurley's channel.
I didn't either. Last time I checked.
Someday, there.
There's other ones out there. That's all I can tell you. Yeah. You never want the golden sombrero. Yeah, go to a different one. You ain't got to stay here, bro. This is the way I run my channel.
Later, brother. Wish you the best.
Wish you the best. Yeah. Go pay for ESPN or YouTube TV and watch it on your own. Tell me how to run my channel. I'm about tired of that crap.
I haven't seen you message in a while. That's funny.
And then the nerve to come in and say something like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, everybody roasted him.
Yeah.
Oh. Yep, bye. Sir. Oh.
That's fair. Home run.
And we'll hear from Jake
Let's
Marciano.
calm down on the language a little bit there,
That'll be
Cody.
fun.
Just a little bit.
It's inside the Finley Center over there. Chance to stay dry earlier today.
What if those guys hit any here? I haven't asked them.
There you go, Chat. Chat took care of that.
In the SEC tournament?
If they did what?
If they had any home
Business.
runs here. Between Luch, Walker, and Garrett.
I couldn't imagine go to somebody's channel and tell them, hey, could you shut up, please?
Right?
I just can't imagine that. That is crazy to me. People just think they can come in.
I'm going to try it and see what happens.
I'm
going to try it one time and see what happens.
West Division tournament.
And
yeah,
you can pound sand, brother.
There's Anthony Pack Jr. He is 0 for 3.
Cody, we try to keep it.
Yeah,
like
no, we just try to keep
in
it.
the chat, brother.
Cody, it's just a little bit.
He's heating up at the right time. The most interesting thing to me will be how they use it.
Yeah, he did, Eagles. He walked in the wrong barracks and was like, oops.
Because his bullpen numbers this year we showed earlier in the game.
Ruiz gets there.
Oh,
lights
nice.
Out. And he has been lights out again today.
I don't come to your job and throw rocks at you. Tell you to stop talking.
Let's see, this is the 29th SEC tournament held in Hoover.
When they hear I quit talking, but when they leave, I be talking
Who's
again.
Younger between Walker and DeLucci, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what they're used to, Drew, is the foreign jobbies that just rip
Todd
us
travels
off.
with a slew
us
of
guys
his
that do
baseball
this stuff and do that. That's why I tell them,
would
go find you.
He does.
Well, I won't say what I really want to say, but a foreign jobby.
Becerra swings at the first. Souza.
Good job.
2 down.
Well, with Gage pitching like this, with
Gaggle
pitching like this, just go ahead and let him finish the game because he's obviously
Tate McGuire, Parker Coyle, James Kramer, Cole
He's only
Kibler
56 pitches
in an 8-4 win, and now Gaggle is in position to be able to finish.
I know in
this
real
thing
life,
out.
right?
Here's Casey Borba. Georgia has a spot reserved in the semis. 23 regular season champions have won this tournament title, including
No, it was the other one that started with an F.
One of those exceptions was Texas last year. But Vanderbilt in 17 and 19, Arkansas in 21, and Tennessee twice in 22 and 24.
Yeah, Ashton, to be honest with you, there's no reason they shouldn't be hitting, even if they're not throwing their best pitchers out. They are using their starters in the lineup. And I think we've only given up 2 hits.
Bruised foot and an illness.
In fact, the number 1 seed is
he was sick today,
6.
and he had bruised on his ankle. But he's going to be fine.
I wish Gabe could start like this.
Yeah, Eagles, I just don't know how he would do.
Just think about this today.
I can't answer your question no more. Fishman told me to be quiet.
These are 2 of the best, or the 2 best coaches that have not won a national championship.
Nice pitch.
Good time, man. Knew it this.
Give it time to marinate. 8-1, Arkansas with the lead.
Dave Van Horn like that.
All right, Lego, appreciate that. 3 hits. I stand corrected. I said 2. Lego says, no, Sarge, you're wrong. It was 3. That's 2 times you're wrong in the same stream. One more time, and I'm out. I know.
Like
Fishman.
I said earlier, Sarge may not always be right, but he's never wrong. Brought to you by the famous words of Joe G.
Ashton, that's terrible. Update on these. Hit in the right ankle, but went ahead and amputated the left ankle. Analytics says he didn't need the left ankle or something. Nah, hey, my chat is ride or die. I know y'all ain't going nowhere.
I can't wait for him for the live football shows and the call-ins.
We're going to have some fun. We're going to keep it civil, but we're going to have some fun because I guarantee there's going to be some good debating.
I have to have a timer.
Yeah. Well,
Connor.
We're just going to limit how many come on each show, if we have to. If it gets to be that way, we'll just have to, because the show can't be 3 hours long, but we usually do almost 2. It winds up being almost 2 hours.
That's how long our very first show was.
Yeah, we do call-ins where you can call and come in on the show and give your opinions, Eagles, for football.
It's just best for everyone. Oh, come on, Ashton. Hey, here's what I have to say, everybody. Just be optimistic about the football team. This team hasn't hurt you like teams in the past.
Damage, and he's done that. Leader in all the Triple Crown categories. Number 1 seed Georgia and Florida. Start things tomorrow 1 Eastern, noon local, and later tonight A&M.
Yeah, I'd take that, Fishman.
It gets
the catcher in the history of this league to go.
It gets comedic sometimes.
So I was thinking about your question. I would say overall,
we got
Mike
a lot of
Martin would be the best.
We're going to try to
coach
get a lot of Razorback.
Not have won a national championship.
There's Nisha, no solutions.
But among active coaches, given the teams that they've had,
playing on scout
He's
teams,
just sneaking in here.
These guys would be 1, 2 in either order.
I would think so. I mean, Dave's been there, 9 times, I believe?
Yeah, 2 with Nebraska, 7 with Arkansas.
And they've each played in the College World Series finals.
Yeah, I would take that.
5 years.
Absolutely, Ashton. In the first year, absolutely take that because that would give us
disparaging, Mark.
a big boost in recruiting
in the country
after a 2-10 season to come in first year coach and go 8-5.
So close to winning the whole thing.
You wouldn't hear me complaining.
If I had to choose one, it would probably be
Cal
KJ.
Higgins enters the game and gets a strikeout.
You'll hear that
Presley Corville,
on
his
our
new
live show
catcher.
of why.
Kearney. Former Kearney Bearcat right here. Cal Higgins.
Yeah, I think our whole defense, Fishman, is going to surprise people.
Can I add 2 West Coast guys to your list?
Hi, B-hole.
What about David Esker and John Savage?
Well, John Savage.
Well, you got to say something worth me paying attention to, B-hole.
Is that 16?
I haven't seen you say anything.
13.
Yes. Yeah, I love Esky, but I know you look at total number of wins.
Honor, you better watch out.
Esky's been
pull up and give you the 1-2.
4 times, once with Cal, 3 with Stanford.
Yeah, Drewby, he's got a little bit of a toot going on there, like they winning 8-1
Nebraska
instead of
and
losing 8-1.
I mean, it really is 2 guys, and not at their current places, but it's 2 guys that totally.
Yeah, I mean, no joking.
Dave did it in Nebraska.
Impressive. I think we're going to have a defense that's going to be able to take the ball away a lot more than we did last year, and limit all them big plays given up down the field.
Think about that. There's guys that do this 20, 30 years that never get there once.
No, Cody, see, if B-Hall did that, I would just time him out. He knows better. He's been here long enough. He knows better.
there's only one coach who's taken 3 different teams there. Schloss has got a chance to do that.
No, I agree, Greg. I mean, you know, everything I'm talking about, like right now, which we'll get into a lot more, obviously, when it starts football, when we start doing our shows, but is tentative. You know, from what we've seen so far.
Sousa walks. Micah New.
And trust me, me and YT go through every piece of tape that we can see on the defense, offense, and stuff like that.
Defensive line's definitely bigger.
Yes.
Big cut,
I think we got more talent. It's bigger.
All right, Fishman. Now you're trying to stir the pot.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to pay big for it, man, you can get it under. I just won't read it.
It'll be interesting to see who Arkansas they hold on right here. Who Arkansas goes with tomorrow. Could be Colin Fisher, who's pushed more to a bullpen role lately.
Subscribing.
Pulled down the left field line. It is fair and into the corner. New with extra bases.
That way, Micah.
His second hit of the game.
No Dad's watching. Got to be happy about that.
Pretty good job of keeping this ball fair, too. It was in on Micah New's hands and ripped down that left field line. 102 off the bat.
I believe he's the catcher.
From Micah New. Oh, the Hogs with a chance to add. Guys on second and third, just one out.
11th double of the season for New. And Carter Rutenbar will get a shot. Rutenbar is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a peek at the A&M lineup for the nightcap. They've had to shuffle some guys around, but Boston Kellner's still playing short. What a story that's been.
Yeah, it's good to see him back out there. Ben Royo jumped in, played some when he was out. About that turnaround story. Preseason #1, don't make the postseason last year for A&M. Now you come back and it's a potential top 8 national seed.
0-2 to Rutenbar is fought off into the seats. It's one way to try it.
That's against the rules. They gave it back to him.
It'll cost you 2 bases using your equipment. Got him chasing. Watch the beer mug hat.
Here it comes. Here it comes. I mean, look at this. We got. Where we got it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Right there. Take the effort. I'm impressed they gave it back to him.
Yeah, that'll usually cost you.
$2 super chat from Michael. Appreciate that very much. Thank you, sir. And thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Robinetto for 2.
What does this guy think he is? Conor McGregor?
He's just trying to intimidate. Appreciate you, Michael. Love you, brother.
Come on, Reese.
Muscles this one, won't leave the infield. And that will do it for Arkansas. 8-1.
At the top of the bat.
Last chance for the Horns. Bottom of the order due up.
You got the best of the best here in Hoover, Alabama.
At least he made contact on that one. He tried.
I'd love to see him hit one out of the infield in the air. Just one time this year. I mean, he does have one.
I mean, he's got one home run.
Yeah. It's been so long.
He's got a double.
It's been so long ago, I can't remember when.
He got a double on one of the game. I can't remember. I mean, I want all the players to do good. I don't like to talk bad about them. I mean,
I'm not trying to dog him.
I think he's just having a bad year.
Yeah,
he's just having a bad year.
He's just got to get right.
Everybody has bad years, even in the majors.
I know Juan Soto hit me a home run today.
Ooh. Nice. I have 0 of those today. I am -3 on offense. -3 1/4.
I don't know what I have.
I'm 1 for 16.
It just popped up on my phone. That's all I know.
One for 16 is not a good day in fantasy baseball.
In a walk since he entered. Can we get Jason Bradley a steady cam? Or was that Kennedy?
No, I think it was Jason Bradley.
I'm thinking 2 to Adrian Rodriguez.
Letting Gackle close it.
Kennedy is looking at the sunset.
I will say that he is a good first baseman.
And remember that hand injury has been an issue for Rodriguez this year, and it's generally on swings like that.
He even plays a good third base too when he plays there.
Those that aren't put in play, so either a foul ball that one went straight back or a swing and a miss. He's dealt with it essentially the whole season.
Do you think he's had a knee injury all year, and that's what's caused him to have bad hitting?
No.
In the Missouri series.
If anything, that would mess with his defense. His timing is just.
They ended up putting a staple in the fall when he had surgery. And then they found out that the material that the staple was made out of, he was allergic to.
If I was a hitting coach,
Finally
I'd take
took
a
the
look at
staple
stance,
out,
maybe
had
try
to
change his stance
spend some
get the
time to
bat
recover
moving.
from the stitches that came with removing
Getting
the
started
staples.
earlier.
Now it sounds like something he's going to have to deal with for the remainder of this season. And he slices this one into left field. Ruiz. One down.
I'm really proud of Gabe Gackle
absent
today.
a massive comeback here in the 9th inning, it'll be
Me too.
one and done once again for Texas here in Hoover for the 2nd consecutive season. What impact, if any, will this game result have on Texas?
I mean, I think they're a top 8 for sure. You know, is it bumping down a notch? I don't know. Maybe Auburn could jump them. Auburn, I think, has the number 3 RPI in the country. Strength of schedule's all the way up there. But that would be it for me. I don't think there's any way they push out of the top 8.
Mendoza yanks it foul. Junior from Bedford, Texas, out of South Lake Carroll. And he sends this one over the head of Souza and into center field.
2 pretty good moves that right there by Mendoza. Hooked one foul. He was just a little bit early on, then makes the adjustment. Rockets it out to right center field. It was 96 coming in and 109 going out.
A pinch hitter, Josh Livingston, to the plate.
This guy's walk-up music, it's Taylor Swift.
Yep.
And they'll put a pinch runner aboard as well.
The one other guy was Shakira. My hips don't lie.
Callum Early is running.
My hips always be yelling at me, hey, go on a diet. Hey, I hurt.
Yeah, my hips definitely lie.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they lie all the time.
What do they be
This
saying?
game started with Hunter Dietz on the mound
They
for
be screaming for
Arkansas.
help.
He lasted 5 batters, got knocked out on a line drive off of his foot after 21 pitches. Dave Van Horn said x-rays were negative. That's good news.
Yeah, I mean, Arkansas really wanted to win this ball game. I think the best news they got the whole day is that the x-ray was negative.
Yeah, Drewby, I agree.
Well, if the baseball
led her in
team
the
had the
fourth.
football team's difficulty.
And it has been his show since.
Hey, son.
Can't challenge that. That was probably a ball.
Hey, Richard, we appreciate you, man.
What's your theory as to why Gabe Gackle
you a
so
young
much more
80.
effective out of the bullpen?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's if he knows he's going to be used ahead of time, if it's thinking too much. I don't know, but it's incredibly
One more,
consistent.
brother.
Let's go, Gabe. One more,
One
man.
more, Gabe.
It's something
9
that I'll be
strikeouts.
interested
That
to
is
see what Dave Van Horn says about it
fantastic.
either tonight and
He's
probably
being
won't cover a lot of it
multi-techniquey tonight.
when they head into regionals next
Sure.
week is how they end up using him and when they use him.
As soon as you strike this guy out, I want you to do the Connor walk
Jane
around the mound.
Duplantier entered last half inning defensively.
Leave him there looking, too.
Yep.
Senior from Humble, Texas. A 2 for 3 in the Missouri series. A couple of games there. Walked twice.
I mean, my spicy chicken, pretty spicy. Sarge's mouth is just about numb.
What'd you season with it?
Ghost pepper.
Ah.
It was good,
1-2
though.
to
It was
Duplantier.
good.
Gackle trying to finish
And
this one
avocados,
off.
tomatoes,
He's thrown
lettuce.
75 pitches in relief. Ground ball to the left side.
Get him.
Kojal
Get him,
backhand
Camden.
off balance.
Got him. Good job.
Cam Kojal
That away.
show will roll into the weekend.
Way to go.
Arkansas second SEC championship. Now their 7th semi since 2013.
How about Gabe today,
Pretty
though?
workmanlike games for Arkansas, and the power has showed up. They've hit 6 home runs in those 2 games, really pitched it today, which would be the best sign of the day on the mound. Was how
We do
good
have
Gackle
Gibbler
was.
left.
6 completed the back end of the game to finish it off, and the Hogs move on. They will play in the semis and make the argument about the 15-16 national seed. A little bit tougher for that selection committee right now.
As we got still to come tonight.
Yes, we do. We got, we gonna make them talk about us. Let me switch up here to the baseball screen. So that's the final. Hogs 8 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Texas 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. My MVP on defense would be Gackle. He pitched his butt off. No pun intended, still Eves. And offensively, I would say Camden is the offensive player of the game with all his homers and shenanigans he did today.
Absolutely.
But we appreciate all. There were at one time almost 1,300 people in here watching with us. We will be back with you tomorrow. I think they said the game is at 5, so it'll be around 5:45, and we will see the thumbnail will be out after we find out who we're going to be playing. It will either be Auburn or Texas A&M. So I can't make it until I know who it's going to be. So it will be out, and then I will post it on our X channel too. So if you're not following us on X and you have Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, we appreciate you going there and follow us. It's right there on the screen at Razorback Recon. We put out a lot of information there. Anything to do with the Hogs, softball, basketball, baseball, recruiting, all that, we post on there. So if you want to keep up with the stuff there, by all means. And if you want to see our shorts that we do, you can do it on Twitch, the Razorback Recon there also. And
TikTok.
It's
TikTok, guys.
Sorry, TikTok.
Sarge gets them mixed up.
I do that every time. Every time I see that logo, I think Twitch. We do appreciate the 4 over on Twitch watching with us. Holding it down over there. So everybody have a great, tomorrow's Saturday. So hopefully you're having a good weekend. Kicked off good with the Razorback win. And tomorrow we can keep it going with another Razorback win and go ahead and have another stream Sunday. But
thank you, Mason, for subscribing to us here late in the stream.
Mason, couch.
Yeah, I
don't know how to say that. I don't mean to butcher your name, sir. But we appreciate you becoming a subscriber. We are, I want to say 100. We're probably about 140 by now, away from our 5,000 subscribers mark. So hopefully before baseball and the regionals are over, we can get to that 5,000 mark. Which I don't think will be too tough to do because you guys do a great job. So if you know anybody that's watching that's not subscribed and they're your buddies, tell them to do the right thing. Give Sarge a subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. So, again, we appreciate y'all. Sarge loves y'all. For me, YT, Greg said he had a little food story. I made some chicken veggie curry soup. I was having a leftover bowl, and I added some fresh peas to it that I just made. I forgot it was curry until I hit the first bite. Wow, was it? Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, if you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button on your way out. We're at 291. Anything over 300 would be great. And again, we'll see y'all tomorrow at 4:45, and I'll let you know who's playing in the thumbnail later on. So till tomorrow, continue mission. Don't do nothing Sarge wouldn't do, and we'll see you later.